I was just talking to my wife about it.
Wrong intro.
Yes, wrong intro. Hey, good afternoon. Conversation with Art, part 3.
Yeah.
You got
How do you say it in French?
John. You got the host,
part
John
two.
Truncali. You got the co-host, Big Bob Sharp. You got the man of the hour, the coolest dude on the planet.
Hell yeah.
The OG,
Don't
Art
you-
Nunez. Art
Yeah.
Nunez.
LA's
What's
finest.
going on, fellas?
Yeah.
Shout out to LA.
Enjoyed being a part of the sports show. That was the number one sports show on YouTube.
Exactly.
Man, what can I tell you guys? That was an experience.
Yep. Hey, Art. So I was thinking about this as I was taking a bathroom break.
Okay.
Oh, great. Did you wash your hands?
No. I did wash my hands.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there thinking about, all right, what can we talk about? So Art, you grew up in LA.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so in your opinion, and this is going to be probably a long conversation. In your opinion, has Hollywood done a good job with all the movies they've made about LA? You know, it started with Boulevard Nights, and then you had Boys in the Hood, and then you had Stand and Deliver with Jaime Escalante.
Yeah.
And you had what's the one with Morgan Freeman?
With Keanu Reeves or Morgan Freeman?
No. He's the high school principal.
The principal one.
Oh no.
Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so he's a principal.
Do films?
Yeah. Do films depict what the LA lifestyle is when you were growing up? Like,
yeah,
Boulevard Nights was a gang movie, blood in, blood out. A lot of gangs, a lot of gang colors. Colors. Okay. Colors. Boys in the Hood, like I said, Boys in the Hood.
Menace to Society.
Yeah, Menace to Society. So you have all these movies that Hollywood makes about urban LA life.
Yeah.
Reservoir Dogs.
Okay, Reservoir Dogs. But you lived that life.
Heat.
Yeah, so you lived that life.
Okay.
So
Gangster Paradise.
did they depict it right, or do you think they added stuff to make it more drama, or was that everyday life?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
A little bit of both. Like there's definitely some truth to those movies.
Okay.
Anytime like a movie is based out of LA, it's I would say they get it right. Do you guys remember My Girl 2?
Yes, My Girl 2. Yes,
that was to LA.
That was in the 60s. Yeah.
Yeah, she goes to LA. I love those. Like those. I don't know what movie it was, but it was
Lean on Me.
Lean on Me. Was it supposed to be in LA? Lean on Me.
Yeah, that was Morgan Freeman when he's the principal of the high school.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen it. I was thinking about Stand By Me. My bad.
Yeah, Stand By Me. That wasn't LA.
You're close.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, the movie that had some actors in it, but the premise of the movie was about the Black Dahlia murder.
Yeah. And then you had like Once Upon a Time in LA.
Yeah.
But
that one. That one's really good. I love those kind of.
But there's been a ton of movies made about LA around, filmed in LA.
Yeah, there has been.
Down in Luck, I think it's like Down on Luck in Beverly Hills.
Down in Luck, down in Beverly Hills. Yeah,
LA movie. Yeah, I think the LA movies do pretty good portraying whatever it's like living out there.
Right.
Whether you're in the suburbs or the inner city.
Right. Well, because look, you had. The LA River is famous. It's always dry, except for 2-3 times a year. So you had it in Greece. That was Thunder Road. Then you ever see the movie Volcano with Tommy Lee Jones?
Yes.
Okay, that's LA.
Yeah.
They blow up Caesar Sinai or the building across from Caesar Sinai.
Used to work there. Yes.
Yeah, and so they funneled all the lava into the LA River. LA River. Yeah, and you had SWAT. Which
was a great movie. Shout out Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, Jeremy Renner. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, that's a great movie because they land a plane on 6th Street.
Which is bullshit, but
well, it's
at a certain time of night. But
it's a tiny. Yeah, well, they had to block it off. But they did block it off in the movie. You had the guys who look like the PG&E crew blocking it because it said there's doing road work.
Yeah.
So they block it off so they could land
Samuel
a small.
Jackson was in that.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw out some names here, guys. You ready?
Ready.
Die Hard LA.
Die Hard was in LA.
Die Hard
Yes.
Beverly Hills Cops.
Those
Oh
are
yeah, Beverly
great.
Hills Cop. Yeah.
All right.
Was 48 Hours?
No,
No.
48 Hours was San Francisco.
San Francisco.
Oh, Oakland, San Francisco.
You got the
There you go.
Devil's Blues dress. You got L.A. Confidential.
Right.
L.A. Story.
So you had the Chips.
Yeah. You got Mel Brooks with Life Stinks.
Yeah.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Fast
Wow,
Ones.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's the
Fast
Valley
Ones. Rich
stuff on
one.
Valley.
Nice guy.
Valley Girl.
Yeah. Nightcrawler.
Yeah.
Dude, Nightcrawler is. I actually, dude. So the ending of that movie, I used to go to that Chinese restaurant. It's like it was a couple blocks from my house, and yeah, I love that place, the
Yeah.
Chinese restaurant.
You got La La Land.
Yep.
That was a
La
good
La
one.
Land, yeah.
Yeah.
What is this one here? I gotta blow it up. That's
Uh-huh.
what she said.
What?
Blood.
Blood In, Blood Out?
Yeah, yeah.
Blood in Blood. Great
Yeah.
movie.
Great
Oh,
movie.
Never
man.
seen
That was more of like a prison movie than it was a LA.
But no, it was a gang movie though, because
Yeah.
you saw the three cousins growing up on the east side.
Mhm.
You know,
That's
they
true.
get into gang problem. It is a prison movie, but
Yeah.
before they went to prison, they were all
Good
because Benjamin Bratt became a cop in L.A.
Yeah.
after he went to the military and stuff. You know, but yeah, I'm just like the whole like colors. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did that depict really what life was like?
He wasn't even. He wasn't. Well, that's tough because that's
Yeah,
what
I had
that's
cops
late.
slamming me on the ground and stuff while I'm
You
on,
Like,
on
you
their
were
hood.
like you
Yeah.
were in diapers when that movie came
No,
out.
no. I
but
mean,
that's still-
I don't
that
mean,
still was
I don't mean
going on.
the
Oh, the-
timeline,
Okay.
but
it
growing
didn't
up
stop,
in
but-
L.A.
Okay.
Yeah.
and you know, you having that lifestyle.
Bob, I didn't grow up in the hood. I grew up in Beverly Hills.
All right, man, cool.
No, I'm just
Well, so
like-
hey, 90210, man, let's talk 90210.
Yeah, I know you guys are big fans.
You know, let's
shout
talk,
out Shannon Doherty, R.I.P.
Yeah, let's talk about.
You knew you grew up in the 90210 area code.
No, I didn't.
Uh,
But no, all that stuff, I
Yeah.
would say it's pretty. Yeah, they did it pretty good. That's like
yeah, we know
But
your name is
I
truly
do
Brian.
will agree with you. Like some of it is hyped up to
Right.
you know like a little. They have to make it more dramatic, man. You know, so I think that just goes to Hollywood, but it's
Yeah.
not.
Boys
I
in
would
the
say
Hood?
it's not overdone. Boys in the Hood was a good one. You know, like that does happen. Those are real tales of
La Bamba.
like
Bamba.
La Bamba.
that was
a good one.
50s though.
There's
That
a
was
really
50s,
good show if you guys are into watching shows called Snowfall. That was a good show about like Compton South Central out in the 80s, and I had to do with like drugs and stuff
Right.
coming into the inner cities thanks to the the government in a
Right.
sense.
Mhm.
Hey.
I'm gonna say I always thought it was BS, dude. When I heard it, when I was growing up, I thought it was one of those things where it's like, oh, the man does this, the man does that.
Mhm.
Like they're just trying to bring us down, and then hearing the stories, like, oh, so I guess that was really what was, funneling in drugs so that way we could, I think it's the Contra,
Right.
Contras,
Mhm.
yeah, like,
yeah.
I
don't know, man. Fuck
good
it.
topic, Bob, because I just found
Yeah.
a great little article
Mhm.
about what you just were talking about,
Yeah.
and this is called the Los Angeles Movies: 57 movies that best capture LA. I'm just going
Let's
to do the top.
go.
Okay.
I'm just going to do the top 10. Let me see if I can bring that on over to the other screen there. Let's see.
I love the movie The Dirt. If you guys ever seen that, it's
I don't
about the
think so.
Motley Crue.
Oh
it's
yeah,
like the biopic,
that's
The
a great
Dirt.
movie. Great.
did not
Shout
see
out
that.
MGK. It's a really good
Yeah.
depiction of like the LA is so big. There's
Right.
so many. Yeah, so it's like that whole Sunset Strip.
Mhm.
Like I don't like calling it butt rock, but like that 80s rock
Right.
era. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Motley Crue, man. Shout out Motley Crue. They're the best.
Shout out Motley Crue.
Girls,
I know-
girls, girls.
I know they watch this show. so-
Whiskey. What? What's the name of the bar?
Oh, a whiskey go go.
Whiskey
Yeah.
Go Go.
Yeah.
And the Troubadour. That's where Kenny Loggins
The
wrote.
Rainbow Room.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all those.
I gotta make sure I find the correct thing for this.
Okay.
57 films.
But yeah, I love watching like films or shows based in LA. My wife
Mhm.
always gives me crap about it. She says I'm homesick when she
Right.
catches me watching that stuff. But
Right. Well, it's kind of like Modesto. We've got
let's go.
American graffiti.
Yeah, there
And
should
now-
be more movies about Modesto.
right.
There's some cool stuff that happens out here.
Absolutely. And you know what? I mean, somebody should make. I would love to have the money to make a movie about cruising when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, because it was completely different than the other movie, because they were downtown. We were more expended on McHenry, but just the stories and the and the lifestyle and how everything happened and stuff. But it was always a shout out to George Lucas every time, because he created that whole monster. And before that, they shut it down. Once a year, you'd have graffiti night.
Yeah.
And they would have
nights are cool.
400 to 500,000 people come in town, line McHenry, and people would just be cruising, and there was never any problems and stuff. We always would camp out in front of John. Ready? Me and my group would always camp out in front of Mallards. Yeah, Mallards was a restaurant on the corner of Briggsmore McHenry. Yeah,
I worked right across the street at Jack in the Box.
Okay, yeah.
I've ate at Mallards once. Fortunately, got to eat there. Because there's certain spots, like you guys were saying, the Red Lion.
Yeah.
It was around when I moved out here, but closed, and unfortunately, I never got to go there or see it.
It became the DoubleTree. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I thought the Red Lion was over, off like McHenry and.
You mean Lion's Restaurant?
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah, where the Wendy's is at.
Yeah, Lion's Restaurant.
Okay, so that was
that.
Different.
That's a restaurant.
Okay.
So what we would do is, after we'd get done with the Black Angus, we'd go to Lion's, and everybody you saw at the Angus was having breakfast.
So Lion's what restaurant?
Lion's Restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'd all go there. We'd all go there and have.
Spot that had the downstairs bar or downstairs.
No, Lion's didn't have a bar.
Oh, okay.
No, the downstairs bar that was downtown. That was Pockets.
Oh, okay.
Pockets had the downstairs bar.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lions, we would all meet there after
Black Angus.
So if you didn't hit on, if you weren't successful at Black Angus, you tried to get successful at Lions, because you saw them at Lions at breakfast. Hey, why don't I buy you breakfast and we'll go talk later? You know what I mean?
That there was there's a lot of stuff that aren't around anymore. I don't know if you guys remember that's a great movie. But do you guys remember the bar, the Dirty Duck? I don't know. It's Speakeasy now. No, here in Modesto.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay,
yeah. I think the Speakeasy. It used to be called the Dirty Duck. I think it was there for a long time. But when I got here, like they closed down like a year later. But
the Fat Cat.
Fat Cat was a good one.
Fat Cat was legendary, man.
Fat Cat, dude.
Across the way from the Fat Cat,
Tricetti's.
if I'm not mistaken.
Tricetti's,
and
Tricetti's is still there.
Right,
like,
Tricetti's is still there.
Talking about like areas that aren't around anymore.
Oh, okay. Frickin' Fox is still there.
There used to be this spot when I first came out here. It was just a local guy running shows. It's over by Cheroots, but we just called it 927. It was 927.
Oh, 927.
Sure,
yeah. But that was you had to be hip to go in there.
Exactly.
Art's like, yes, you did.
Yeah,
and
927.
You were.
Shout out to that 927 crew. They were cool.
There was Aquas. There was
Aqua, right?
Does Aqua's closed already, or it was like Sharky? Shout out Sharky's crew. That was a cool one.
I remember where
Skewers
is now. When it first opened, it was St. Stan's.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, it had.
And then it became Heroes.
Yeah, I had so much fun at St. Stan's.
Shout out St. Stan's, man. They used to always
that was strong ass beer, man.
Yeah, they used to always try to cart us because you used to be able to get someone who was 21, and then they get whatever, and you're chilling in the patio.
Yeah.
But then sometimes like a waiter will come by, like, oh yeah, can I like see your guys' ID? And you're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Got me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me check this real quick, and then like absolutely.
but like John is still looking this up. But LA just there's so many movies with so many cultures.
Yeah, I love Big Lebowski. That is definitely
that's number 10. That's number 10.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch that.
That honestly could be a Modesto movie. To be honest with you, like I could see that being McHenry Bowl. Yes, sir.
Yosemite Bowl.
There's Yosemite Bowl. Yeah,
that
means that movie would have had to been more dirty.
Yeah,
Yosemite Bowl. Shout out to them. They're cool. Sponsor us. We want free bowling on every like Saturday.
Bowling's got super fucking expensive.
Man. Yeah,
it has.
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, because you think everything's gone up though, so it goes up in relatively. But the only thing you're paying higher for now is just electricity and the guy at the counter.
Fuck you, Newsom. I said it.
But I mean, it's still. I mean, bowling. Come on, man. You can still make a pretty good living charging $1.50 a game.
Yeah.
Hey,
The
Sunday
shoes,
night,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
asked Anthony, a buddy of mine that works there at the McHenry Bowl. I asked
Shout
him
out
if you guys
McHenry
are bringing.
Bowl,
Shout out to Anthony.
Yeah.
I asked him if you guys are going to bring back Sunday Night Bowl
Okay.
because that was great.
Yeah.
It was $7 to get in,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then 25 cents a game and 25-cent shoes, and the best part, 25-cent PBRs. 25-cent.
Oh well, no, you can't pour a beer now.
They're losing money.
25-cent PBRs.
You
buddy.
can't do that now.
You can't do that now, but they were doing it then.
Well, of course.
Yeah, it was
Shout
not that
out.
long ago. It was prior,
Paps Blue
pre-COVID.
Ribbon.
Pre-COVID. Soon as
Pre-COVID.
COVID
Yeah,
came,
yeah.
yeah, it was gone.
Pre-COVID, if you're using 8-ounce glasses, because back then to like, this is what I love about being in the liquor store business for like 4 years. Everything's cost. So back in the day, a keg is 15.5 gallons, big keg, 180 beers. So basically you're getting 180 beers for $54. So break that down per 12 ounce. But if you want to break it down to the ounce, you just, it came out to like 2 cents an ounce.
More bounce to the ounce.
Yeah, it's like 2 cents an ounce that you're pouring for beer. So you could actually pour a 32-ounce beer for 64 cents, and then you're selling it for $2.50, and you're still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why,
that was back in the day. I'm not sure how much a keg is now.
When you're saying that, it made me think of like an excellent movie idea. Obviously I've been out of the game for a while, but Modesto used to have these great house parties.
Oh, hell yeah.
In this like house $2 for a cup.
Oh yeah, no.
Keg, you know, right?
So,
See, Bob knows what I'm talking
when
about.
I was working at the liquor store,
in this
the
house, right?
best.
So a buddy of mine, his dad lived out on a ranch in Turlock, out in the country. So we decided, hey, let's use your barn.
Shout out Turlock.
Tell the kid at Downey High School.
Shout out Downey.
Big party, and it's $3 for a cup. And we took 5 kegs.
Hell yeah.
And we all cleared like $300 tonight for that night.
There you go.
Tell them, Bob, they're gonna come looking for you, man.
No, so right. So the first time we do it,
don't worry.
So the first time we do it, I'm working at the liquor store. I ordered the kegs. I ordered the jockey box, which is the ice chest with the 2 spouts. So you just hook them up and you pour the beer like that instead of the pump. So I had all that going on and stuff. So they go, hey, let's do it again. So my buddy's dad goes,
and again.
He goes, why is Bob getting a cut? We're taking all the risk.
Oh,
I said,
you got kicked out.
I said, it was my idea. He goes, oh, okay. I said, fine.
What is an idea worth, though?
Hey, this one was
an idea is worth everything. Actually,
this one was worth $300 to Mark, $300 to his dad, $300 to me.
Yeah,
that's what the idea was.
Yeah.
So,
and Bob was bringing the ladies. Bob was bringing the ladies.
They were mostly
he was bringing all the ladies.
No, they were underage, John. They were 18, 17, 16-year-old girls. Bob wasn't touching that. Bob was like 22.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Bob wasn't going to go down that alley.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hell yeah.
Shout out to alleys.
Yes, yeah. So his dad goes, well, why is Bob getting a cut? And he goes, because Bob's playing and he does all this. He goes, I don't think he needs a cut. I said, okay, great, fine, you're on your own. So I ordered the beer for him, and I took the night off. And my boss was running the store, and she calls. She goes, hey, Mark's dad is in here for 7 kegs. I said, yes, he is. And the jockey box, I said, yes, he is. And he said there's no deposit on all this stuff. I said, I'm out of that. You charge him what you need to charge him.
Oh,
and you get the money up front.
Yeah,
because
that's what Bob brings.
When Bob was getting the kegs out there, Bob would pay for Bob would take out the cost of the kegs and the jockey box and stuff, and Bob would ring it up the next day. So you didn't need any money up front.
Yeah.
Bob would bring all the money that we use and ring it up the next day. Right? So Bob took himself out of the picture. Now they're trying to decide how they don't have enough money to pay for 7 kegs and blah, 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 blah. My boss is pissed at me because we did this before. I said, but everything got paid for before. Now I'm out. That's not my problem anymore.
Yeah.
So they only did that one more time without me. And then, his dad's like, well, we kind of screwed up. So yeah, but I'm not involved anymore. So don't come to me.
Yeah. Don't come to Bob. Leave Bob alone.
Bob gave you a great idea and you screwed Bob out of money.
The player from 1992 is number 9. Does anybody? I, for the life of me, cannot remember this movie. I don't know if it was a good movie. I don't know.
And that's Tim Robbins, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to him for marrying Susan Sarandon.
They're divorced now. They're divorced.
But they,
You know, they met on the set of Bull Durham.
What movie?
Bull Durham.
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, you never seen Bull Durham?
No.
Oh, it's a baseball movie. It's awesome.
Oh, and we talked about that too the other day, like a movie that has sports in it. But you know, I didn't want to have like a 10, like the best 10. I just wanted to know some that you thought were good. You know, that had a little bit of sports in it, but it wasn't the topic. Like I brought up Ace Ventura. You know, Ace Ventura had a little sports in it. It wasn't Friday Night Lights or anything, but or like
you know,
The Last Boy Scout.
The Last Boy Scout, that was
cool.
Good. That was good too. That's a tough one where sports is the backdrop and not the front piece.
Right. Nicolas Cage did one thing. It's called Snake Eyes.
Love Snake Eyes. The boxing match.
The boxing matches.
Carla Gugino was in it. I love Carla Gugino.
That was a good movie.
That Snake Eyes is incredible.
Shout out Blade Runner, man.
Blade Runner
my
makes
wife
the
was
list
just
of
talking
number
about this
8,
movie.
man.
How is that? So that's supposed to be LA in like the later years, in 10 years from now.
Right.
Yes,
2019.
20 years.
They missed the mark. They missed the mark big time.
We got flying cars.
A lot of shit went down in 2020, though.
If I know you love this actor, Sylvester Stallone.
I hate
his
that
movie
guy.
is not in this. I forgot what it's called right now.
Harrison Ford's in it.
Harrison Ford's in it.
Oh yeah, Blade Runner. Yeah. I even like the Ryan Gosling Blade Runner.
Yeah.
Those are great movies.
Yeah, everybody knows. Other than Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 3, that's it. I'm done with Stallone.
You're telling me you don't like Stop or My Mom Will Shoot?
I'm glad he got tricked into that movie.
Tango and Cash.
Yeah, Tango Cash is my jam, bro.
That was horrible.
Rambo. He was good in Rambo.
I guess. Yeah,
compared to Rocky, I'd rather watch Rocky.
I go through this every time.
Yeah.
He plays the same typical
He
character in
does.
every single movie he plays in. So for me, he has no range. And we joked about this before, but you know, he actually had an audition for who on Star Wars?
You said it was for Han Solo.
Han Solo. Yeah. And just think of what.
No.
Yes, he basically told George Lucas, "I'm not ready for this part," and walked out.
You know, Harrison Ford auditioned for Luke Skywalker, but they figured he'd make a great Han Solo.
Yeah.
And you know,
that would have been weird
that he was in American Graffiti.
He was the guy. He was the cowboy.
And you guys know the story of how he got found, right?
He was a carpenter.
He was doing work for George Lucas at Lucas Farms.
And I saw a thing too. I guess he was supposed to be like when Tim Burton was doing the Batman's. Han Solo was like thought of possibly.
Yeah, we're gonna do that after this.
No.
We're gonna do that after this.
I agree, but it was funny because the way he reacted was like, "Oh man, I could have been in Batman. I could have had a career.
Could have been somebody. Could have
been a contender.
Marlon Brando.
We'll do that after this because I think it's a great little topic. But replacing a specific actor from a movie and putting someone else in that role, which we'll go into that one because there's a couple that are big. We'll get into it. Number seven. I probably don't know what it is. Shortcuts, 1990.
Never saw that.
Never saw Shortcuts.
That looks like sexual harassment.
Yeah, that looks like the movie we watched at work. Sorry, Joe.
And that's Redbeard. What's her name?
Yeah. What do you mean?
Red Bush. What's her name?
Yeah,
what is her name?
Yeah.
Hold down, and we'll see.
What do you mean I can't do the reach around?
No, dude. What is her name?
Red
Bush.
And it'll give if you scroll down.
Yeah, we'll scroll down.
There you go. Raven Carver. Let's see here.
Come on, Julianne Moore. Is her name?
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
She was
shout out to
Boogie Nights.
Thank you for watching. Yeah, shout out Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
An LA movie, right?
Yeah,
if it's not number one, I'm throwing
born business in LA. Boogie Nights.
Kiss Me Deadly, 1955. None of us were born in.
Nobody was around.
None of us were around.
Never seen it.
I'm sure it was a good movie. Yeah. There's a 38 there, so it's got to be a good movie.
Number 6, they should remake it.
Someone got shot, so it's a good movie.
They should remake it.
Did they do boobs in 1955, Bob?
Hell
no. They did do boobs because you had Jane Russell. You had Marilyn Monroe wasn't quite on the scene yet, but there was another hot blonde.
Shout out.
Blondes.
There was Joan Blondell.
Hot blondes.
There was, yeah, I mean, all the World War II pinup ladies.
Hey, Bob, were you on the
Shout out, no, not Marilyn Monroe. Shout out Betty Page.
Betty Page.
I'm tired of Marilyn Monroe. She's cool and all.
Jane Russell, though.
The one that died from suffocations from her boobs.
Yes.
I don't know, but Betty Page.
Happily. Betty Page, yes.
Yeah. I lost my train of thought.
Oh.
I got boobs on my mind, so I lost my train of thought.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing.
When don't you have boobs in your mind?
No,
Sunset Boulevard. This was a great movie.
Sunset Boulevard was awesome. I'm
Never
ready for
seen
my close-up, Mr. DeMille.
And the chick that I was thinking of was the one that got allegedly fell off the boat.
Oh, Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood was gorgeous.
Yes, Natalie Wood.
Oh, Natalie Wood was
She
gorgeous.
fell off the boat. I can't find her.
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah.
Shout out Natalie Wood.
Yeah, shout out big Natalie Wood.
R.I.P.
Number 4.
Never heard of it. Mulholland
Mulholland
Drive.
Drive was a decent movie.
2001. Bob saw it.
It was a decent movie.
Decent movie. Well, it's got 2 blondes in it, so it's got to be.
I can see that.
4 stars.
Before.
4 stars.
4 stars.
I got
4 stars.
I'm going to go to work.
You know, John likes it.
Oh,
you can't go to work.
Yeah.
No. Joey's got a
I was going to say, there's no
fire
way.
pit on May 24th.
You're not making no.
That was a long goodbye, bro.
Wait, we got boobies.
Sorry.
We got boobies.
Let me, hold on. Oh, wait, that won't help. I can't.
Can we get some movies from the 2000s?
The beat won't work.
This is the early 70s. Yeah, everyone's free love and all this other stuff.
Yeah, Father Philip. Shout out to Father Philip.
He's a cynical detective into druggy 1970s California.
Yeah, baby.
LA is fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, LA,
They
man.
have so many stories.
Free love and
Dude, just the
yeah.
cult shit that was going down
Yeah.
in LA. Just the cult shit that was going down.
Oh yeah.
And like I've like the last couple months I've gotten because of Netflix, thank you. But I got deep into what's his name?
Charles Manson.
Charles Manson. And into those documentaries.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to Charles Manson. Yeah, shout out to him.
Well, yeah, I mean,
shout out to Charles Manson and his crew.
I will tell this story again because you guys probably heard it. But when I was in 8th grade, my girlfriend Laura Van Houten, her cousin was Leslie Van Houten, who helped murder Sharon Tate.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
you're a fucking villain.
Yeah, well, her cousin was a villain, not me.
You knew her though, damn it.
I was just trying to rub my crotch on her.
Whoa.
Oh, wait.
I was gonna.
It's too late.
When we're talking about Modesto movies, like, have they done a Lacey Peterson movie?
I believe they have. No, they have. They have Dean Cain.
I heard Dean Cain played Scott Peterson.
Superman.
Let's go. I want to see that, man.
Yeah, Dean Cain.
There's another Modesto movie for you millions of viewers out there called Janky Promoters. It stars Ice Cube and Mike Epps.
Yeah,
it's hilarious. And as Modestoians, would you say that represents?
No, not even close. Yeah, not even close. That movie was hilarious. La La Land makes number 2.
Movie.
La La Land. You know, I'm going to be honest. I like both actors.
Yeah,
and
wasn't your
actor
movie.
And actresses. I got like 15 minutes in. I was bored.
Yeah.
And you like Grease? This is like
Grease. Hey,
this is the modern.
Hey.
I chose Grease over Star Wars, so that's
15 minutes. 15 minutes into Grease, you got some loving happening so fast.
I met a girl.
I love Grease. I grew
Crazy for me.
I'm going to give it another shot because everyone's telling me this is a great movie and I need to watch it. And same with the Brad Pitt one.
Yeah.
Which is
the Once Upon a Time in L.A.
Yeah, I haven't got to sit down and watch that yet, but I've been told I need to really watch that because it's a great movie.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I like both. I like both of these people, and as far as actors, I think they've done a great job on every role they've ever done. So.
Ryan Gosling was also in another great L.A. movie called Good Guys with Russell Crowe.
Yeah, Good Guys. Yeah,
they're like detectives or something like that.
Yeah,
PIs.
he was also in another great movie called The Notebook.
Oh, fuck that Notebook. I still not. I will
Honestly,
not.
I've never seen it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna-
shout
I'm
out
not
to never
gonna-
seeing the Notebook right here. Don't leave me hanging.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Fuck that movie.
I love
Oh,
the Notebook.
Sorry, Becky.
That
Love
means
the Notebook.
that means Johnny Two Guns cried.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, yeah.
That's what that
I
means.
was-
No.
That's
Johnny
what that
Two
means.
Guns won't watch it.
Yeah, I won't
Like,
watch
you've
it.
never seen it?
No, I've never seen it.
Oh,
I've never
I heard
seen
it's
the
sad.
Notebook, and I've never seen Brokeback Mountain. So those are two movies I've never
Same here.
Yeah.
Or Lake House.
Like I unfortunately I was on a date and I had to watch Lake House. So
Was it good? What is your
it-
opinion on it?
it was okay.
Time traveling
okay.
lovers? Is that what that story's about?
I thought for once Hollywood went outside the box. I thought it was creative the way they
Okay.
did it. I
Right.
thought it was creative the way they did it. I think it was well done. I
Yeah.
really do think that was
Okay.
There you go.
It was different. It was
Okay.
different than what was normally
So-
done in Hollywood.
So I try to keep an open mind
You
because I did see Brokeback Mountain.
Uh-huh.
No,
Hold
because
on,
I
hold
wanted
on,
to
hold
see
on.
Yes.
I wanted to see what all the hype was about.
Got
Okay,
you.
but also
Got my finger.
I
on the
also because this is totally not me. I watched what's the movie?
button. No, I was just way prepared.
What's it? What about Out of Compton or
Huh?
when they're doing the movie about how into NWA started? Straight Out of Compton.
Straight out of
What
Compton.
what does that have to do?
Well, no. So that's not my genre either. I really, if you ask me, Bob, are you going to go see Straight Outta Compton? No, because I'm not into rap.
Yeah.
I watched it because I wanted to see the storyline,
Yeah.
to see how it develops and why
Yeah.
things happen.
Yeah.
I love Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah, straight.
Would I watch Brokeback Mountain again? Hell no.
No, I won't watch it again. All right.
But I would watch Straight Outta Compton again.
Yeah.
You
And
guys gotta open your mind. You like walk on the dark side.
Yeah,
with
like,
and-
that's a crazy comparison, but
Yeah, it is.
there is a movie called
Bob stretched that one.
I Love You, Philip Morris. I believe it has Jim Carrey in it.
Oh,
If you
Yeah,
guys,
I wasn't a big Carrie fan.
yeah.
well, yeah, that one was like I didn't expect that. I've seen that movie. If you guys-
Chinatown, 1974.
My bad, I didn't mean to
that's
watch
an
Chinatown, never seen it.
That is
So we pick something like 1980 and
no,
see,
that's a
but
that's
see-
a good movie. You
but
should
see,
watch that movie.
Every movie you just played
Yeah.
shows a white version of LA.
That is true.
Damn.
That is true. You
Damn.
spot on, Bob.
Yeah, I mean,
no, do the knowledge bomb one. Yeah, there
yeah.
you go.
So every like I said, every
Shout out
movie
Boz's a supporter, bro.
you get the Caucasian view of LA,
All right,
the top 10 movies. I'm sorry, I would in my top 10, I put Stand and Deliver about Jaime Escalante.
Oh, there you go.
Lean on Me. I would do Colors
Yeah.
and Boys in the Hood. I would include those four.
Yeah.
Bob's
I'm
a-
with you. I'm
Bob's-
with you. I see where you're going with it.
Yeah, than real life.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Let's go. Let's what I just talked about a little bit about. So Bob, give me your favorite all-time movie.
Oh shit! It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. Who are the
Oh.
two actors in that movie?
Jimmy Stewart and Donna Reed.
Could you picture anyone other than Julie Stewart doing that role?
In 1939,
Yeah.
anybody but Jimmy Stewart.
Hey, hold on.
Maybe
tough.
maybe a young Clark Gable, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Clark. Yeah, he
Hold up.
could have
Yeah,
pulled that off.
yeah. Maybe Clark Gable, but
They've kind of redone those movies. Like,
yes, they have, and they sucked.
So I'm gonna shout. No. I'm gonna shout out one that was really good. Stars your man over here.
Nicolas
A
Cage.
Family Man.
Yes,
Family Man was
Family Man was good.
pretty
Yeah,
much
very
that
good.
kind
Yeah,
of movie.
it was.
It was a great
Well, what do
movie.
you want? He is the
Johnny
greatest
Cage.
actor of all
But-
time.
But you know what,
All
though?
time.
I know what they did was they
Shout out to Nicolas Cage.
in the 70s they remade It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Like straight up.
They remade it with Marlo Thomas
Damn.
as the Jimmy Stewart
Jimmy
character.
Stewart. Yeah.
And Wayne Rogers was the Donna Reed character.
Yeah.
And it totally did not make sense.
All right. Well, give me Bob. Let's do a movie that people have watched that are a little younger.
All right.
Hey, no.
All right, cool. All right, I will give
that,
you.
everyone. No, fuck. Whatever your age is, you guys need to watch It's a Wonderful Life.
Yes.
Everybody
It's a
should
great-
watch that
it's
movie.
one of those
You're correct. You're correct. on
For
that.
whatever
Yeah.
era you're born,
Yeah.
it still hits home. It's important. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie, but every Gen Z
Black and
right
white,
now,
just to let
when
you know.
Bob said "It's a Wonderful Life," grabbed their phones and went to Google.
I feel
All right,
you.
so,
There's a lot
a
of Gen Zs
movie-
out there.
All right,
Gen
so
Zers
a
watch that
movie.
Give me a newer movie.
Okay, ready for this?
Yeah, go.
Who else but Bruce Willis could have been in Die Hard?
Oh, I thought about this one. This is tough. This is a tough one, but you got to remember there were some
What?
great actors that were out.
I've got a name for you.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's
go.
Now I'm not sure how old he was,
Right.
but Clint Eastwood.
Oh,
No,
at the time?
no,
We're
I
talking
don't-
about At the time?
I don't think Clint Eastwood was his demeanor was cool enough to be the Bruce Willis character.
Oh,
I think. I mean, as the cop in the Dirty Harry movies,
yeah,
he was stiff, right?
yeah.
And I don't think he had the extra cool factor. You know who would have been who they could have casted in that movie and been just as successful?
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah. I'll throw you out another one.
Art?
No. You know what? This is one of you perfect because there's also a specific character that Nicolas Cage has wanted to play since the beginning of his career, all the way back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I know you're going to say it. I hope you say it.
Yeah, and I think he got shit out of it, and I think he would have made a great Superman.
There you go.
Yeah,
I think he would have made a great Superman.
I think you would have made. Yeah, but come on, man.
Why not, dude? Why not just throw it out there?
Can you?
Hollywood makes crappy movies all the time.
And I think right after Con Air, when he was the buffest he's
Try
ever
it.
been.
Oh yeah,
he could have played that.
Right, but now close your eyes and just listen. Could you imagine Nick Cage saying "Yippee ki motherfucker"?
I could say,
Yeah.
but with that way he says it.
White beaters, slacks with no shoes on.
It might have been a whole different kind of movie. Honestly, we're thinking about it as Nick Cage doing Bruce Willis's part, but Nick Cage would have brought his own.
Yeah, it's a little fair to.
Honestly, when you said it, I honestly thought of like Idris Elba. I'd love to see an Idris Elba Die Hard kind of movie.
Oh, no, check this out, right? What if Nick Cage played Hans Gruber?
Oh,
that's perfect.
He would have played a good.
Shout out to Dr. or Professor Snape, dude.
That guy.
Yeah. He's also like in Dogma as the Metatron. So I don't know his name right now.
I can't think of it.
Shout out to him. R.I.P.
Because you had Don Johnson. You had who else was it?
Well, all right. So
Carl Winslow was
I'm trying
in
to
that
remember
movie.
who was
Look,
big in
okay,
'88.
so ready?
Oh,
Stallone couldn't have done it.
No way. No.
Chuck Norris could not have done it.
No, Chuck couldn't have done
Okay, so those are Jean-Claude Van Damme.
No.
Okay, so those are your big
hold
action
on, dude.
heroes.
Why are you gonna say that? I think Van Damme could have done it.
No, I don't think Van Damme could have been cool enough to, even with his accent, to pull off the Bruce Willis character.
Yeah, Bruce Willis is just a different beast, dude. He has a sense of cool about him.
Yeah.
Like it's not that dude. Yeah, that dude could have played him. Whoever that actor is from Twisters.
From Twisters, yeah.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
Sure, man. He's good.
Glenn Powell was great in the new Maverick movie.
Yeah.
He was also great in Hidden Figures, where the black ladies did the math, and he was John Glenn.
Yeah. See, I'm looking through this list. There's just and no.
Haley Joel.
No, but we're talking about like actors from the
from '88. 88.
Are these guys born in '88?
No.
Yeah, he was born in '88. Max Theriot.
Oh, so what it did? Male actor.
Birthday. See, you got birthday between '88 and '80. Yeah. No. Male actor.
There we go.
Famous. No, not famous birthdays. Dude,
Steph Curry.
There you go. Shout out Steph Curry, man. Let's go Warriors. They're gonna take it next game.
No, I
most popular celebrities. There we go. We'll do that one. Here we go. Tom Cruise. No. Tom Cruise.
No,
I think Tom Cruise could have done it.
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think he had the swagger to pull off what Bruce Willis did. I think everything would have been.
I think
I don't know. Tom Cruise was good in Mission Impossible.
Yeah,
but I don't think
best Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, I don't think Tom Cruise.
No.
I'm saying, what's the best Tom Cruise?
I love Tom Cruise in Taps. He was young.
Taps. Oh, that was great.
All the right moves.
All the right
moves.
Yeah.
What's the one where he's like, dun, 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 and like he slides in with his socks?
Oh, that's with Rebecca De Mornay.
That's his first movie.
No, that's not his first movie. Was Taps.
Yeah, Taps. What was the name of that movie? It's one of my favorite movies.
I know, right?
You have Google, but anyways,
Sometimes you
shout
gotta
out
say.
Interview with the Vampire. Oh,
Interview with a Vampire was good.
is it Interview with a Vampire? Or
Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah, that
the
was really
Vampire?
good. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was really good.
Brad Pitt was in that as well.
So was Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas. He was Tom
Antonio.
Cruise. Tom Cruise was actually good in Jack Reacher, the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the dude that they
And-
have playing him now,
yeah.
I could see why
And he
people
is,
hated on it, but Tom
yeah.
Cruise did a good job. Man.
and Tom Cruise will always be Maverick. Top Gun.
Oh, Top Gun. I liked him in The Outsiders.
Oh yeah, he was good in The Outsiders, but he wasn't the main character. He was a
Yeah.
supporting actor, but he was
Oh,
great
dude,
now.
Jerry Maguire.
Risky
Maguire
Business
was incredible.
Risky Business. That's
Risky
it.
Business.
Risky Business was with Last Samurai. My wife always wants me to watch that movie. I need to watch it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Cocktail was okay. Yeah, the best part
Oh,
about Cocktail
dude,
was
the one below the Valkyrie one where
Yeah.
he's a Nazi. Is
Yeah,
awesome.
see, Bobby, I think.
The Firm. I was
The
just talking
Firm.
about that movie.
Born on
the
4th of July.
Yeah, I think
Who
that.
the hell was
I think
he?
Risky Business was his
Gold?
first
Yeah.
movie. Bob.
No,
he was
his
in the
first movie
Austin
was Taps.
Powers movies.
Was Taps before Risky Business?
Yes, Taps came out before Risky Business.
Magnolia is crazy.
Yeah.
Go back up.
I mean, like
Taps,
his character.
Taps right there, 1981.
Yeah. So
Risky
yeah,
Business is
yeah.
1983.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't know that. I
Born
knew
on
he
the
was
4th
in that
of July.
movie,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
but I didn't know he
Shout
was
out
in that.
to all the vets out there.
Oh yeah, he was Brian. He was the leader of the Red Berets.
Yeah. No, I love that movie. I
I
didn't know
love
it came.
Taps.
I didn't know it came before Risky
Yeah.
Business. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big stretch for him then.
Yeah.
Going from that Taps movie, that playing that role, and then going to that goofy high school kid.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. Like, I want to
Oh,
see more of that stuff.
Yeah. Steve Gutenberg, could he have played it? Could
No,
he play
Steve
it?
Gutenberg could not have played Bruce.
That
How about Tom Hanks?
No, Tom Hanks.
No way.
No, Tom Hanks.
No way.
Hey, but
Tom
Die
Hanks-
Hard as a comedy? Come
Yeah,
on, dude,
no,
that would be awesome.
Oh.
Wait, they want to bet Millard?
Yeah.
Not Steve Martin. Arnold Schwarzenegger? No.
Nope.
Eddie Murphy?
Nope.
No. Danny DeVito could
Hey,
have
Eddie
played
Murphy.
Hey,
Eddie Murphy's version of Die Hard is
48 hours.
40 hours.
yeah. I was
Or
gonna say
Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
40
two names.
hours
There's
works,
two
dude.
names that could have.
No,
Hey,
no, Costner
Danny
could not have played.
DeVito.
You don't think Charlie Sheen could have played that role?
No,
Yeah.
Oh
I think he
wow.
I wouldn't have taken seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
How
yeah,
about
because at
Bubba
the time
Smith?
no, but wasn't he in trying to think of like a Charlie
Bob,
Sheen
26,
serious movie,
Bob.
but-
20 number 26.
Bobcat Goldthwait. Hey, yeah, we're yippee ki No, the only
Yeah.
the only really serious movie
How
that
about
Charlie
that?
Sheen. Now Charlie Sheen was in Outsiders, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
Emilio Estevez.
Wait,
So,
Charlie
but
Sheen was an
Navy
Outsiders?
SEALs. Navy SEAls
Okay.
was his dramatic.
Yeah. How about those two
Okay.
names right there, Emilio Estevez or Matthew Broderick?
No, neither one of those could have been. Bruce Willis.
Matthew
Can you
Broderick would
imagine-
have been too
you
young, and
imagine
then
William Dafoe
Emilio
doing-
Estevez.
Imagine William Dafoe.
No, I'm telling you right now. The only guy who
Louis, did I misspell it?
again, like, do you like? So this is what it is.
Kurt Russell maybe.
I'm just
Mel Gibson,
asking,
maybe.
I'm just asking, like, so you're thinking of these actors playing the part as Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm saying, can you picture that actor doing how they act fitting
That
in
role.
that movie?
In that role.
So it would be William Dafoe doing William Dafoe, not trying to act like
No,
Bruce
I-
Willis.
no, I
but
don't
doing
think
the
so,
Dafoe
because-
thing.
Because William Dafoe is serious and all his movies. I mean, he was great in the Spider-Man. We heard was the Green Goblin.
yeah.
You know, he was
Yeah.
awesome, and he was also awesome in Streets of Fire.
How about Rob Lowe?
No,
No.
Rob Lowe just never came across as a tough guy.
Corey Freeman.
Shit, whatever.
Brothers. Oh, look at that, dude. Now that would have been a Die Hard I would want to see.
Where?
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Make it like Vacation, but Die
yeah,
Hard.
but kind of funny.
Like he has to save his family, but
Jack,
he
how
kind
about
of
Jack?
like
Jack couldn't have played it. He's too old.
nah.
He was
I still have to say the perfect Jack Nicholson role that I really, really love him in is The Departed.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Now I'm
A
thinking
Few Good Men. I love Jack.
I'm
Nicholson.
thinking the dude that played opposite of Eddie Murphy in 48 Hours.
Nick Nolte.
Nick Nolte could have played him. Yeah, Nick.
I see it. I agree with
that.
Maybe if they filmed it in the 70s when he was young.
Yeah,
He did a series called Rich Man Poor Man.
Yeah,
when he was in the 70s and he was young, he could get around and stuff. I just don't see him crawling through an AC duct.
Yeah.
Nick Nolte. You know,
I'm just looking at the rest of the names. Patrick Swayze, no. Robin Williams, absolutely would be fucking great comedy. River Phoenix, no.
River
John
Phoenix
Cryer?
might have done
No.
a good
John
job.
Cryer,
no. Like I said, the only guy who I would say,
no, John Cryer. My head just went.
Tom Selleck would have been a good one.
no, Tom Selleck could not have done that part. No. The whole time you go, come on, Magnum PI.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, dude.
About Ted Danson.
No. I ever tell you that I met Tom Selleck in Hawaii in 1984?
No, but you're going to tell us now.
They were filming a scene, and I got a picture on my phone of
Magnum, huh?
Yeah, Magnum. They're towing the Ferrari. Yeah, it was awesome.
Where was I? Somewhere over
Shout out Tom Selleck. I heard he lives in Turlock.
Turlock.
I heard that too. I don't think it's true.
I think you've come to the end of your career when you moved to Turlock.
Nah, man.
I thought Chuck Norris met his current wife now. She went to Turlock High.
There you go.
All right, Artemis. She went to Pittman.
Yeah,
she played football with.
She went to Pittman. Kaepernick.
Yeah, I played with Kaepernick. She was the center. Yeah. All right, Art. How about your movie?
What?
The movie that we would replace the actor in.
Oh fuck! I don't know, dude. He's like, I was talking to my friend the other day about. So Ferris Bueller, right? Matthew Broderick.
Yeah.
Imagine if he played Marty McFly or vice versa.
Oh wow.
That would work.
I think that would work.
That would work. You can those two guys are pretty much interchangeable, I think.
Yeah. That sucks that Matthew Broderick started becoming this like
he killed somebody, you know that.
What?
Yeah.
What?
In recently? In Ireland. Yeah, in a car accident. And he got away with it, and he got to come back home, and they deported him back over here, and he got away with it.
Remember him in War Games?
Yeah.
One he play a game that was a great.
Yeah. He was actually dating what's her name before he married her, Jessica Sarah Parker.
Parker, yeah.
And he was drunk and he lost control of the vehicle. I could be wrong, but Google this. But
that was Caitlyn Jenner.
No.
That's why she became Caitlyn Jenner.
If you go down that rabbit hole of like who has killed people in car accidents,
Mark Wahlberg,
the Kennedys is just to name a few.
Oh yeah.
I saved myself.
His mistress, he let drown.
Yeah, I got out of the car, but I saved myself.
Let's go.
All right, here I'm going to throw one out, and you know what I'm going to throw out.
You want Nicolas Cage in every movie?
I'm going to throw out because this is 1979. So let's go. Let's go Grease. Who do you replace with John Travolta?
Oh,
you got to remember, he's got to dance. He's got to be able to dance.
Patrick Swayze.
Yes, but a little short though.
That's right. Yeah, Olivia Newton-John short.
What do you think? All Italians are fucking short, Bob? Where are you going?
No. They're no. I mean,
I think you're gonna see Patrick Swayze in front of the mirror, combing his fucking hair and going,
you have to
Dirty
say
Dancing.
that time. Thank you. I was just say Dirty Dancing was kind of its own Grease, but I'll just say Cry Baby because honestly I thought of like Johnny Depp, but so I don't think he was acting at that time. Right. I wasn't around 74 or 79, whatever it was. But I think Swayze would have been.
But see, I think Swayze
could have been a Kaneki.
was younger, and so because all those people in Grease are like 30 years old playing teenagers.
Yeah.
Did you guys relate to Grease as far as like it felt like when you guys said it earlier, I was like, oh yeah, it is a LA movie, but I really think about it more as like this town. It kind of reminded me of American Graffiti a little bit. So
yeah, but no.
When I watched that movie, for me, it was like seeing what like and it didn't relate to me because my parents were migrants. They came from Italy, so they didn't live that American 50s lifestyle. But I felt like I was in the 50s when I watched that movie.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is really cool.
Sometimes
and it was
things just
1970.
come together. Like seeing that right there, just the top three. I honestly could not.
It's his
picture
heyday.
Someone else.
It's his heyday.
Playing those characters.
Pulp Fiction saved his career.
After Saturday Night, because he did Michael.
Because you could even
his
say,
name.
can you
That's
imagine?
a great movie.
Yeah, I know.
Like Patrick Swayze being Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
That
was right there, Urban Cowboy.
Could have worked, but I mean, like it worked because it was John Travolta.
Yeah.
You had to have the Italian. You had to have Vinnie Barbarino.
You gotta have. So that's what I'm thinking with Saturday Night Fever. You gotta pick an Italian guy.
You do. You gotta
have it.
But I'll tell you what, right?
And you think 1977 though, Bob? You had Robert De Niro. You had
De Niro could. There's no way De Niro could have done it.
He would have done it. He would.
Hey, if De Niro did it though, it would have been a dope ass flick. It would have been like a little bit more like darker, like Taxi.
No,
but I think it would have. It's not the.
It would have been unbelievable because they based the character of Saturday Night Fever on Vinnie Barbarino. Welcome Back, Kotter.
I didn't know that.
But look,
I'm just thinking De Niro in that movie. It would
anybody else, any other two actors pulled off Face
Off. No, that to me is still one of my top favorite fucking.
Because both actors had to play both parts.
That movie is perfect.
Oh God, it's a great movie.
Now that was perfect on there. As far as them, and I'm trying to think what other movie I could throw out there that's just an iconic movie. And
well, are we still talking about LA movies or are we
no, just movies in general. Like for me and Bob, like the 80s, we still had a few romantic comedies that were out there, but a lot of the movies that were coming out in the 80s were like dramas or action movies, stuff like that. But then you kind of try to figure out like Stallone movies, Arnold movies. Could Stallone have played, an Arnold movie? Could Arnold have played a Stallone movie?
Let me throw another name out there. I think he was around at this time, but Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson started in
Mad Max.
Yeah.
And then he started doing like the Lethal Weapon.
Do you think Arnold could have been Rambo?
Okay, all right. So
Rambo.
So here is putting that debate in substance here. Stallone and Cobra.
Fucking nerds.
Schwarzenegger in Commando.
Yeah.
It's the same character.
Yeah.
Who played the character better?
I got to go Stallone. Only reason I go Stallone is because the American accent. You need that American accent. Yeah, I couldn't buy
Cobra.
I couldn't buy Stallone as Rambo only because of the accent.
Right.
If he could have changed his accent and it sounded more American, I would have bought.
Yeah, but you had Italian Americans in Vietnam.
Yeah. No. I know what you're saying. I'm just saying, like, I can see him actually playing Rambo, Stallone.
Yeah.
But if it were to happen, if
Stallone did play Rambo,
it would have been. Arnold playing Rambo. But the only reason I can't is because of the accent. I don't think I could.
No. Schwarzenegger could not have been Rambo.
Yeah, no, there's just no way.
No, I'll be back.
I'll be back.
Yeah,
I think he can.
Look. One of the most lamest lines that Schwarzenegger ever gave off. Remember Running Man?
Oh yeah, Running Man.
And he kills Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
And he's talking to Richard Dawson. I don't know what the host's name was, but he calls him by his name. He goes, "Look, Sub-Zero is now No Zero."
No Zero.
Like the lamest line, dude.
But that was kind of had like a little bit of a. Did he have like a lisp or like a speech impediment?
No, he's just Oz. He's what do you call it? Not Aussie. I'm sorry. Australia. Stallone.
Yeah.
He does have a lisp.
Yeah, because that.
He got punched in the face a couple of times in the Bronx. I was trying to think here. I was going to say something, but
could you see Stallone being in Greece?
No.
Oh God, no. Yeah, see that's it's perfect because if you the 80s were those two guys.
Yeah.
and then
Arnold and Stallone.
Well,
Yeah,
you had Chuck Norris too.
you had Chuck Norris, and then you had the other hot throb that everybody was just crazy. I mean, my girlfriend was crazy for
Who?
every girl. Mickey Rourke.
Mickey
Rourke.
Oh, okay.
Mickey Rourke. I mean, Mickey Rourke, man, from what he went from, he was supposed to be the next big Hollywood thing.
Yeah, he fell off really.
He just took a dumpster, man. He just
Telling you what though, man, Sin City when he's like talking to Carla Gugino in her apartment and he's all cut up and she's wearing that see-through negligee. Oh my God, Carla
The wrestler
Gugino.
was
Carla Gugino, man. I'm serious. Carla Gugino, if you're out there, I love you. I still love you. You know,
yeah, just find Bob. He's in Modesto.
I'm in Modesto, Carla Gugino. You need a good man. I'm right.
Yeah, what was the movie he was in where he does that? It's one of my favorite songs too from this artist. And Take Your Hat Off. And Bob, come on.
What?
You can leave your hat on. Oh, come on, Bob. Of all the times you don't know a song.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oops, I can't spell.
Leave your hat on sounds so inappropriate.
Joe Cocker.
Joe Cocker, up where we belong, man.
Joe Cocker. Oh man.
Who's the actress, Bob?
Oh, that's
Is that Kim Basinger? Or?
Oh, Mamma
that's
Mia.
That's Mickey Rourke and you said the lady from Mamma Mia,
Take off your clothes.
you know, yeah.
Oh, that's
yeah,
yeah,
her.
Oh, hold on.
Come on, Bobby.
He was in
Glenn Close.
Glenn Close.
Glenn Close. Yeah, beautiful woman. Beautiful Hollywood woman.
Yes.
Yeah, so like that, and then there was a few. Most of the other ones that were popular back then were like Michael J. Fox. It was your younger group that was
Right,
kinda coming up.
But they were like TV series,
Right,
like
they-
Eric Estrada.
I always Eric Estrada. I always wondered if what River Phoenix.
Survived. Right? Yeah, River Phoenix was. Oh, and all the show, man. That's still a great movie. Stand By Me.
Stand By Me.
Kiefer Sutherland. Oh,
yeah.
Dude, better movie was Lost Boys.
Lost Boys is a good movie. It's a good movie. Easy there, buddy. Don't die on camera. We'll have to save you, and I don't have my medical card, so. A sports movie, Bob. What's Mr. Sharp's favorite sports movie? I know that's a tough question, Mr. Sharp.
All-time favorite sports movie?
Field of Dreams.
No. My all-time favorite sports movie is
Angels in the Outfield.
Brian's Song.
Brian's Song.
You know, Angels in the Outfield was filmed in the Coliseum before Mount Davis.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Shout out to Mount Davis.
Yeah, that's Oakland Coliseum though. Before they built that.
Only because we love Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you? You have a favorite sports movie, Art?
Fuck yeah, Mighty Ducks, dude.
Mighty Ducks.
Dude, I thought he was gonna go with
or Mighty Ducks, but
I thought he was gonna go with the dog movie. What do you call it?
fucking dog
shit.
movie.
The dog catches all the balls.
Yeah, the dog catches all the ball. The golden retriever.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking like damn
Airbud. You know though, but seriously though, there are so many great sports movies. Yeah. One of the most underrated though is McFarland USA when they're doing cross country. Because that's a true story.
Yeah, that's a true story.
Coach Carter also.
Coach Carter's Remember the Titans. Bull Durham. For the Love of the Game.
What's the one rookie that has Keanu Reeves and
The Replacements?
The Replacements.
No. He's teaching the young kids to.
Oh, Hardball.
Yeah.
God, Hardball is like, oh man, I forgot about Hardball. I love that movie.
Shout out Keanu Reeves. He watches this.
Yeah, shout out to crying during the eulogy for G Baby.
Yeah, shout out to
R.I.P. G Baby.
Oh man, G Baby when G Baby gets shot and he's doing the eulogy for G Baby, every man over 25 was crying.
I didn't cry.
You guys
you didn't cry during the eulogy for G Baby?
Do you guys ever feel a certain way watching The Sandlot?
Love The Sandlot.
Sandlot.
I can imagine that's
Bob
like
me and Bob probably agree on this, but that when I watched that movie,
there you go.
And unfortunately, I grew up in South Philly, so we didn't have like a place to play baseball. But anytime I watched that movie, I picture myself back in front of my old house in South Philly playing baseball up against the wall.
Yeah.
That's how we played. And we had a 3-story building and on the other side of us, and we would half ball. We would cut a ball in half.
Yeah.
And we used a stick, just a regular broomstick, to hit this thing, and someone would pitch it. And if you hit the first window, the first story window, it's a single,
Yes,
double,
we did that.
triple, and home run.
But we also had a big field
We didn't have
across
no
the
field.
street.
Right, that dude.
From when I was growing up on base, we had a big field across the street. And if we had 10, then we play 5-on-5.
Yeah.
So you had a pitcher, shortstop, third base, center field, left field. If the ground ball came and the guy caught the ground ball, then the guy was automatically out at first.
Yeah.
You had to get the ball past him. But if it was a lefty, you switched and you had a right fielder.
Even Bob back then did the shift.
Yeah, you had to do the shift. But here's the deal: you couldn't go opposite field because I was out because there's nobody there.
Yeah,
so you had to hit into where the people were. But yeah, 5-on-5, we had a great time.
You were talking about how you used to do the basketball hoop with a milk cart.
With milk cartons, yeah, because we weren't. There was the one major street, which was Pashawn Avenue. Joe's going to kick my ass if I don't say it right. But on the other side of the street is West Philly.
Born and raised.
Born and raised in the playground.
So you got South Philly, and you have one major intersection, which is a big intersection, but that separated South Philly and West Philly.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's where all the basketball hoops were in West Philly, and we weren't allowed to go across that street. So we used to put a piece of plywood on the telephone pole and a milk carton, and we cut the end of the milk carton out, and that's how we played basketball.
Couldn't have you hanging out with the Moon and Johnson.
We weren't allowed. We weren't allowed. And then it wasn't even that. It was just, we were afraid to get killed.
Right.
But we'd play, Bob knows because he grew up the same way as me. And it's just a couple years difference, but metal skates, dude.
Metal skates.
I had
roller skates, metal skates.
Kids grew up in this area here, probably grew up with all the stuff they needed to play baseball.
Right.
I grew up with all the stuff to play hockey.
Yes.
So we had hockey masks, we had pads, we had thigh pads, we had the only thing we didn't have
more
was a
hockey, dude.
Yeah, we didn't have a chest guard. So my grandmother used to get so mad at us because we take all the pillows.
Yes, all the pillows.
And shove them down our shirts. Because that puck hurts.
Yeah,
that puck hurts like fucking hell, dude.
Absolutely, man. It was just,
that's so cool.
Good old days, man. Shout out South Philly.
A friend of mine,
South Philly.
A friend of mine, his first skateboard was metal wheels.
Yeah.
And when I moved to California in '77, they had the big, not plastic, but like the rubber ones,
the urethane.
Yeah, polyurethane wheels.
Yeah.
And then the boards got bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my first skateboard, I remember Dad bought me a skateboard.
Yeah.
And Dad was always cheap first. He didn't go expensive.
No. Yeah.
I got this skateboard. It was a small board, and the wheels weren't the best. And
I want Vans, Dad. No, you wear Converse.
Yeah, no, and I'm rolling around, dude. I'm rolling around my skateboard. My friends had better skateboards, but eventually I got a car and gave up the skateboard. So.
Yeah. I finally saved up enough money to buy my first pair of Vans in 1978.
Yes.
Oh yeah, dude! Shout out Vans, dude. Sponsor us, dude.
Can't wear them anymore.
Can't wear buying your stuff since 1978.
Yeah,
I go back
and buying your stuff since.
I'm sure I've told this story, but I was 12 years old. I had a paper.
I still have that pair. No, I'm kidding.
I was playing baseball, but I had a paper route, and my dad said, "Whatever you earn is your money."
Yeah.
Okay, I was making $30 a month. 1974, 1975, $30 was a lot of money.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
Bob could have bought a house.
Almost. But anyway.
Save up for 5 months.
Yeah, but anyway, so I'm playing baseball, and I want some better shoes because all we ever got was Converse, right? Because they were $8.
Yeah.
I went to the PX, and Adidas first came out. Adidas were $18.
$18.
So I spent my money on these Adidas tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And my dad's like, take them back. No.
Yeah.
He goes, take them back.
Yeah.
I said, no.
Yeah, I paid him.
I said, you told me I could buy whatever I wanted with my own money.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I'm not going to give you any extra money. I said, I don't want it, Dad.
I don't need your money, Dad.
The first is coming up again. I'm going to collect again, get $30 more, and I'm fine.
Shout out to all the dads.
Shout out to dads.
Dads are. My dad was
Shout
incredible.
out
My
to
dad
dads
was.
that bust their ass.
My dad was awesome.
Served our country.
Yes, my dad.
Oh, hey, yeah, dude. Shout out to that for sure.
My dad was awesome.
And
shout out to my son,
JP, man,
Frank.
JP. Shout out to JP.
Frankie,
JP,
the one who's doing it. Frank's the one who's doing it.
Yeah, no.
My
I mean,
mother or my father-in-law was, and my stepdad was
also shout out to the
And,
moms who are raising kids while dads are overseas.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Big shout out. To,
Also, I'm going to look in the camera. Shout out to all the hot moms out there.
Oh yeah,
Love you.
all hot moms. I've seen some hot moms naked and I liked it.
Yeah.
They're cool, Bobby Boucher.
Hey, Johnny,
right, Art?
Johnny clean pools. So,
Johnny clean pools.
I clean pools and took care of pools for a couple years.
Absolutely.
I had my ex-wife follow me around because she thought I was cheating on her.
Really? Oh wait. Oh well, you know why though?
Yeah.
She saw like Patrick Dempsey and Pool Boy.
Yeah,
he was nailing everything.
Every porno back in the 70s.
Have you guys ever seen Airheads?
Yes.
Oh, God,
Oh
yes.
yes.
Yeah, the pool boy story in that is iconic, and that's what I always think of.
Yeah. No, it was. I saw this meme and it was so hilarious. It's this lady. She goes, I had a plumber come over and he actually fixed what was wrong with my pipes. Apparently, he's never seen porn.
Oh, and one more shout out to Donald J. Trump. Shout out to Donald J. Trump.
What the
Trump, my man.
Look at Art.
Trump, telling the truth, man.
Oh, shout out
You guys
whoever
remember
that
that
hot
movie,
blonde is there on the Fox
Karate
News.
Kid?
Bob knows who it is. Hey, oh, there you go.
Elizabeth
That's
Shue.
perfect movie. Who could have played the Karate Kid?
Besides Ralph Macchio?
Yes.
Some fucking Asian guy.
No, because Ralph Macchio,
Dude, they're
Ralph
doing it.
Macchio
They're
wasn't
finally
Asian.
doing it right, man. The new Karate Kid's gonna have.
He's Asian.
He's an Asian guy.
Right.
That's cool.
Oh man, that's so good though because
Shout out Daniel LaRusso.
who could have played
Pony Boy? Was he Pony Boy?
No, he was not. He was Johnny
Shout out Johnny.
from Outsiders.
Oh man,
He didn't die in vain.
Yeah, no, but
When
seriously,
did
though,
that come out though?
What? Seriously, what though?
no, nobody else could have played the Daniel LaRussa in Karate Kid.
Yeah, Karate.
Ralph Macchio.
If
Kid.
he's in the right age, I would say damn it, I just had his
Karate Kid.
nah, dude, the fucking Rob Lowe. I think Rob Lowe could have done a good job. If he was in that era, I'm not sure.
Yeah, you're right.
No.
That era.
Ready? I got it. I got the guy.
Okay.
I can't think of his name, but he was also Thomas C. Howell.
Thomas C.
Oh,
Howell.
1984.
He was
That
also in Outsiders.
June 22nd, 1984.
He was actually Thomas C. Howell was Pony Boy. Stay Gold Pony Boy.
Yeah.
Because you had Soda Cup, you had Daryl.
Michael J. Fox?
What's his name that
Too small.
dies in that one? Damn it, man. John.
Matt Dillon.
Matt Dillon. Thank you. Yeah.
Could have been, no, I don't know.
Could have done this.
I don't think Matt Dillon could have been the Karate Kid because every other movie he played up to that point, he was always the dominant macho guy in the movie.
Yeah,
like
he wasn't be believable to be like a
like My Bodyguard. When he played in My Bodyguard, he was the bully.
Yeah, he was a bully.
Yeah, he was the bigger kid bully. You know,
Why did the 80s have to have some blonde guy named Chad or Brad or Cat or
Those
that was-
80s,
that
Biff.
was- That was just
that was the real
that was
the real
just an
stuff.
asshole. All right, I'm going to
You know
throw a
how I
curveball.
feel.
Here's a curveball. Female actress.
Okay.
Should be replaced in one of your movies. Lead female actress.
Can we go to that era?
Yeah, go to whatever area you want to go to.
Oh, to play in the Karate Kid, I could see them doing like a Winona Ryder, or maybe now like if they redid it now as an American thing. Like I think Zendaya would have been good in it.
no.
But I think they're doing the new one in like Asia.
Right. No.
Yeah.
So no. So
Black
so the
China? Black China.
so the part of Courtney Thorne, and then the part of Elizabeth Shue, I could see Courtney Thorne Smith doing that.
Yeah,
I don't even remember her being in the movie.
you got to go.
Elizabeth Shue,
You got to remember. We got to go.
she was the
we
girl.
gotta
She was the blonde girlfriend.
You
I
gotta
just
go-
don't remember. I
Yeah.
remember the one where they go to Okinawa
Yeah.
and like he has a crush on that chick. I
Right.
do not remember.
Her name was
Elizabeth
Allie.
Shue.
Allie. Oh, come on now.
I'm trying to. What was that movie? Oh fuck!
Karate Kid.
No, what year?
Right there, Elizabeth Shue.
Yeah, Elizabeth Shue. No, I'm trying to.
I just don't remember her in the movie.
It came out in 1984.
My bad.
Hold on, don't speak. Famous female actresses in 1984.
Damn, I was just born.
Farrah Fawcett.
Oh, should have been too old for that part.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, I should have been too old for.
Judy Davis.
I don't
Never heard of her.
No.
No, not Jenna Rollins.
See, that's where you get tough because you need someone that's got to look 16, 17,
And
right?
I'm assuming these are like Elizabeth Shue was not famous at this time.
No,
that was like her first movie.
Getting
But
the undergrads right now.
You got Sally Fields couldn't play that part.
No. Sally Fields is too old. She's born 1946.
I don't. Nope.
No, seriously, I think Courtney Thorne-Smith was the only
you might be
teenage
right.
girl, or I think it's an older movie, but the chick who played the girlfriend in Can't Buy Me Love,
The woman, Bob. Let's not be sure.
It was a girl. It was a girl. Chick. Okay, I'm sorry.
Chick. Sorry, all the women that.
Okay. Here's one.
Chick.
Okay, Alien. Alien, the first movie.
Oh, Sigourney Weaver.
Who could have played Sigourney Weaver besides her?
Oh, Jane Fonda.
Fuck Jane Fonda.
I'm just saying that she could have played that.
No.
Yeah, I think she. Yes, from Friday the 13th. I think she had
Jamie Lee Curtis.
I'm sorry, Jamie Lee
Curtis. Sigourney Weaver. And
that's a good one. Yeah,
I think she could have played. She's got the screen down.
Yeah. God, I don't know, man.
I didn't need to hear that. Yeah, I think she could.
Jamie
Lee Curtis would have done good in that. Yeah. Phoebe Cates. I think you know what? Put Phoebe Cates in anything.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody could have. There's. I don't care. There's nobody else who could have played Phoebe Cates in Fast Times.
No. Who's the other girl though from the Labyrinth?
I don't. Man, Labyrinth.
With
I watched the. You on it? Ready?
Bowie.
I've seen the Labyrinth one time.
Cool. She was also in another movie called something about like opportunity changes with he gets stuck at or he's the overnight guard at Target, and she's like,
oh god,
in the movie.
Yeah, that's a newer movie.
No, that's no.
I'm sorry, I got the one mixed up with the night security guard at Costco.
Oh,
the newer movie with the aliens. Who is it?
But
the Labyrinth.
The Labyrinth of David
Bowie. You got your cast right here.
Her right there, Jennifer Connelly.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, Jennifer Connelly's fine.
Her being in whatever movie we were talking about.
I don't know. This segment is sponsored by whiskey and burp. Yeah. All right. Here you go, Bob. I'm ready. All right, because Bob makes fun of me of this, and I've just been this kind of guy.
Yeah.
We talked about this before, but I don't immerse myself into a movie. Like I don't get into it like you guys might.
Right.
So I've only cried at one movie, and that two movies, okay. And those movies actually kind of reflected things that were going on in my life at that time. So do you remember the first movie that made you cry?
Wait, hold up. First, you need to say what two movies.
I will tell you my City of Angels.
Right.
My wife loves that movie.
And Meg Ryan.
And Meg Ryan.
Art that she loves.
And 7 Pounds, which was
7 Pounds is such a good one.
And I didn't understand what that movie was, and I mean my kids are listening, but I didn't understand what that movie was about, and that was the exact scenario.
7 Pounds.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the exact same scenario my ex-wife was going through with a kidney transplant. So like I was told, hey, you gotta watch this movie. So we watched it together. She didn't talk to me for fucking 3 weeks.
Oh shit!
It's a powerful movie.
She's like, why'd you make me watch
7 Pounds?
I was like,
it's
but those are the two movies. Those are the two movies.
First movie for me.
Yeah.
Brian's Song.
The first movie ever? I
First,
thought you
it
were
made
gonna
me
go
cry.
like fucking
Never seen
when
it.
what's his name goes out and shoots the fucking dog.
No,
Old Yeller?
I didn't see Old Yeller until after I saw Brian Song.
Oh, okay.
But I still didn't cry when they shot Old Yeller.
You're like, fuck yeah.
What was the movie you said the first movie you cried at?
Brian Song.
Brian Song.
I remember crying Brian Song.
What can you describe this movie, or can we look?
Oh
it
yeah,
up?
yeah.
I've
So
never
it's
heard of
a
this
true
movie.
life story.
Yeah.
There's two football players, Gale Sayers and Brian Piccolo. They both played for the Bears, and Gale Sayers was incredible, running back. So Brian Piccolo gets cancer, and it's a true story.
Yeah.
So the speech that Gale Sayers gives after or while Brian Piccolo, right before he dies, he gives a speech because he's getting an award.
Yeah.
And just that speech when he's talking about Brian Piccolo, it's like I'm crying. I'm done. Terms of endearment.
Terms of endearment.
When Deborah Winger is dying, and her oldest son is arguing with her youngest son, because her oldest son's not showing emotion, and the little kid's crying, and he's yelling at his older brother, "How come you don't like mom?" Blah 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 blah. I'm rolling, dude. I'm just crying. I'm like, just get me out of here. Hardball. I cried. Hardball.
Hardball.
Yeah.
I was thinking of Moneyball, but no.
No, G-Baby. When G-Baby, when he's given the...
Don't get those two movies.
When he's given the eulogy for G-Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm crying.
I don't get it. All right.
I don't remember the first one I cried at, but the most recent one.
I thought you were going to go like Powerpuff Girls.
No. You're gonna fucking laugh. But the most recent one that really teared me up, there's two that I can think of. The first one is called Mid-90s.
Mid-90s.
Never saw it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't, but that movie was very it hit a little too close to home. And then
see that's fine. Oh, I've seen this movie. Yeah, good movie.
Yeah,
good movie.
And that kid was definitely me,
dude. I'm gonna say something about this movie, but this movie reminds me of how Valley Girl was for me in the 80s. Yes. Like Valley Girl, of all the movies in the 80s that portrayed what was going on in the 80s as far as culture, music, style, fashion, all that stuff. Yeah. Valley Girl does, and this movie does the same.
Well, that's like Saturday Night Fever for me. Late 70s.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah. That's everybody went out in Angel Flights and stuff, and
some movies. Yeah.
Would you say that, like, if your kids were like, "Hey, Dad, what was the 90s like?" You would make them watch this? Would you say this portrays what you went through in the 90s?
Dude,
it's a great fucking movie, Bob. This is a good movie.
Step by step, that's exactly what I went through in the 90s. That movie touched really hard. And then the other one I remember really like literally crying about.
Here we go.
I'm not messing around.
Do I need to pull out the drum roll?
No. But it was and Marvel's Endgame.
Hold on.
Bullshit. So Endgame was one of the most, but the number
you got Rick
number three one had to be the Spider-Man.
Oh man,
Spider-Man No Way From Home.
When he's hanging upside down and he's kissing what's her name?
No. It had to do with like had more of a feeling of like when those movies
can you you didn't no.
I'm just saying, all those movies, like Iron Man came out, the first Iron Man came out, I had my first kid. You know, you jump like 20 years later, it's kind of like, it's like a little bit of like a era thing. Like you go, damn, I remember when the first Iron Man came out, I started thinking about like my past.
Nerd.
No, it's just one of those.
Nerd. Oh yeah, no. There's a lot of movies.
Oh, the summer that this movie came out,
right?
The summer that
yes,
no, you're these guys
right.
won. You know, I mean, there's an attachment to it.
Yeah.
So watching Endgame was like me realizing all that, and just like I said, like just coming back to like, damn, I'm here now. That was then, and it happens so fast. Dude, time flies.
All right, you can call me a nerd.
Go ahead. You cried too, man.
I almost teared up. Only because you made me watch them all. But that scene with Captain America, after he goes back
And he's dancing with her.
Yeah, and he comes back and he's like lived like 40 years.
I cried 10 times in that movie.
I didn't cry. I almost cried, but because I got it. Like I could imagine like loving someone that much.
Yeah.
And never having that time.
You gotta understand, he also remembers time without her.
Time without her, right?
So he's getting to live that. And then, do you remember the time when Tony meets his dad?
Right.
Dude, that like,
and he's standing on the other side of the.
He's just talking to his dad. He's about to be a dad, or I think he was already a dad, and he's like, this thing, like this anger I always had for this guy, and just like understanding he was just trying to do good, just like Tony was doing the whole time.
Yeah,
he's ignoring his kid, or he's not being there for his kid because he has to save the world. And his dad was doing the same thing, and Tony like
I feel like that every day, man.
Yeah, dude,
you're like that every day, saving the world.
Cage's twin, you got to save the world,
saving the fucking world. No, no, that almost got me because it's just like that sense of you can see it. Like he portrayed that part so well in that moment, sitting on that bench, and you can see it in his eye.
Ooh,
it was just like he's like, no, I'm good.
Yeah,
this is you're the new Captain America. Here you go. Here's your thing. And he, he lived that full life. Yeah. It would suck. That would suck. No. Because like fucking everyone thinks this this conversation comes up a lot. Like when we get fucked up with my friends.
Yeah, let's go.
And it always comes up like, would you want to live that long? Would you want to live 500 years? And I was like, my answer is always yes. I would want to live 500, but never fall in love. Now, if I knew I could never fall in love with someone and never have kids, good, I'm game. I'm game. But if you're going to live 500 years and you watching your kids die, your grandkids die,
exactly.
I couldn't do that.
You ever see the movie Highlander?
Yeah, the Highlander's
there could only be one.
There could only be one.
But see, he doesn't realize he's immortal until he's back in like Scotland with her.
Yeah.
And he's not getting older, but his wife is.
His wife is.
And then he dies.
Yeah.
And then she dies.
That's
when he realizes
if you live for 500 years, you're gonna have to go through that.
That's when he realizes
2 or 3
that he's not gonna fall in love again.
You got me. You made me remember the third movie.
Yeah.
Benjamin
Button.
That fucked me up. Dude. No, that fucked me up,
I can
dude.
See that.
Dude, that scene in that scene got me in the ballerina, in the studio.
Yeah,
and he's standing in front of her, and like I was like, "Fuck, that is so fucked up."
Yeah,
You fall in love with someone that's reversing.
Yes,
fuck that.
Yeah,
No.
I'm getting younger. You're getting older.
Yeah. Hey, guess what? You're gonna have to breastfeed me.
So what? I want to ask you guys like what that I was saying. Like, wait, did I say? Oh, yeah. So mid '90s was like, I felt like a great representation of my youth. What movies would you say you were saying like Saturday Night?
That was in the '70s,
but that wasn't. But like that's why I brought up like Sandlot. Like,
right? Oh yeah,
Sandlot. You were a kid. Like, what movie represented you as like not the teenage out there,
an adolescent?
Younger, Man,
Bob's old, dude. It's like the Flintstones for Bob.
Okay, so all right, so this is my childhood, and it's not a movie, but it's a TV series.
Oh, okay, there you go.
The Wonder Years.
Oh, the Wonder Years. Yeah,
perfect. I love the Wonder Years.
Perfect, Bob. Perfect.
Yeah, the Wonder Years.
That's your era too.
Yeah, it's my era. That's the whole thing. You know,
you had an older brother.
I had 2 older brothers.
Yeah,
older
so you kind of related to that.
Yeah, but also like
Tapankai or whatever her name was.
Well, I had a couple.
That's
no, her name was Winnie Cooper.
Her
name was Winnie. Her name was Winnie Cooper.
Yeah, Winnie.
Mine in 6th grade. Mine was more 5th and 6th grade and 7th grade. Mine was Rebecca Taylor.
Hey, Rebecca.
Hey, no, you got
man. Like,
Rebecca, come on.
What's up, dude?
Bob's right here.
She died.
Oh no!
I found her on Facebook. There was a tribute page. I was looking for her. She died in 2012, I believe. I was looking on Facebook for her, and there's a tribute.
Shout out to her.
She's dead.
Sorry, I just kind of it was shocking.
Fucking Art, shout out. Hold on.
That was on me.
No, seriously.
Okay.
No, I did go back and look her up,
Yeah.
and she had died at the age of 49.
Oh,
Yeah, no, and you know what's weird is I looked up a couple of my friends from 8th grade, and 3 of those are dead.
Yeah.
One guy had a heart attack at 49.
That's
You're old,
hard.
Bob.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like no, but I did look her up last year just to see how things are going.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's a tribute page for her.
Shut out.
I still shout her out, man. That's cool. Like sometimes I have these moments in my life where
You're good.
I honestly I'm glad you captured this.
Yeah.
Me and Ray were talking one time and we had this weird funny moment but it wasn't captured. It's an honest response to something that I didn't know was gonna go.
It's captured. You just don't know about it.
That turn.
If it was at work, it was captured.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure. But yeah, man, I grew up watching the Wonder Years.
Yeah, Wonder Years.
And Boy Meets World.
Yeah,
so
Yeah, Boy Meets World too. But yeah.
I couldn't say I related to those shows, but I enjoyed living life through those shows.
Yeah, those shows. I mean, for me, it's growing up with immigrant parents. It's like I couldn't relate to what was going on on TV because it wasn't nothing like it. You know, there was it was absolutely nothing. Was the love and that was there and stuff. But there was a few things that were kind of similar. Like my parents never argued in front of us ever.
Yeah.
We always go into the bedroom. I've never ever in my entire life saw my mom and dad ever having an argument.
Yeah.
They would always go. They had them. They just not in front of us.
Right.
Never had them in front of us. So they would fight, but it would be in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah. So I never related to those shows like the Cosby Show and Family Ties and any of that stuff. It was just too goody. It was Hollywood portraying this wholesome America, which was like 5% of the population.
Now, remember there was a show called China Beach about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that it's got Dana.
I heard of MASH.
Yeah, MASH was
awesome.
Great
show.
Dude, MASH was Korea.
Dude, if you ever want to watch a reruns of a show, MASH is the show you should
MASH
watch.
is incredible. Yeah, MASH. Dude, at my last yard sale I had the 12 CD edition of MASH and sold.
Yeah. It's still the number one watched end show. I think still to this day.
What do you guys feel about Taxi? Was that
Taxi's
the show?
fucking great. Dude.
Taxi's hilarious.
And am I mistaken? Kramer is not in that.
No, Kramer's not. That was Andy Kaufman and Doc Brown.
Doc Brown.
Yeah.
What's Doc
While
Brown?
you guys do that, I'm going to pull you one of my favorite fucking clips from Taxi.
Oh hell yeah!
And that is at the DMV.
Yes. Thank you.
Hey, remember when Edwin used to do this? The Arsenio Hall.
Yeah, Arsenio Hall.
Yeah. Taxi, Jim at the DMV. All right, they can't hear it, but we're gonna hear it.
No,
this is one of the
great.
funniest
Shout out
sketches.
fucking these
Reverend Jim Ignatowski.
old ass TV shows.
Yeah, this is one of the funniest sketches ever.
Oh yeah, that's freaking Doc Brown, man.
Brown, yeah.
Why did I think it was Kramer?
Because Kramer based his character on.
Yeah.
All right, listen to this. This is hilarious.
If he says the N word, I swear to
he
God.
won't.
No. Oh wait, Bob. Backstory on Jim, because he won't get it if we don't give him the backstory on Jim. Jim's fucked up, dude.
Yeah, Jim did too much LSD and things like that in his lifetime, so his brain is fried.
His brain
is fried.
I got it. I could recognize.
He's trying to get his taxi license.
Yeah, that's so he's at the DMV trying to fill out his paper and.
Hold on, you gotta listen. Yeah, you gotta listen. Just listen.
Is that Tony Danza?
Yes.
Yeah, Tony Danza.
Jesus Christ! And
that's Kaneki.
Huh?
That's Kaneki on the end.
Oh, I seen him in some other stuff.
You forgot your last name. I think
that's funny, dude. Yeah, these
Mary
old
Lou
shows.
Henner. Mary Lou Henner was fine.
These old shows were so
Tony
classic,
Danza.
dude.
Judith.
I've seen this guy somewhere. I can't place him, man.
Bob, did you have the hots for Judith?
No.
No.
What? Oh wait, that's what you're saying. That's Kaneki. Huh?
Kaneki, yeah. Jeff Conaway.
I was talking about that guy. I've seen him in other stuff.
Yeah, he's been on a lot of shows. One of my dad's favorite shows is Dear John. He used to do that show, Dear John.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch.
Yeah, Judd Hirsch.
He's like somebody's father in a show that I watch or something, or a movie I've seen. Christopher Lloyd is a man. He is hilarious. Christopher Lloyd is a man.
Let me get to the test part.
Kaneki, bro. Yeah. That's crazy. Shout out a hickey from Kaneki.
It's like a Hallmark card.
It's like a Hallmark card. Shout out Rizzo, dude. Rizzo was dope. All those girls, Frenchie and the other one. The one with the Twinkies, dude. Shout out to you for having Twinkies.
I want to ask Bob a question because Bob, Bob was a little bit older, but like, remember well, there's a little gap between me and Bob, but
yeah, you guys,
the Sunday afternoon TV shows, like what was it, like the Hallmark things? Remember those?
Well, no, Sunday afternoon we watched
not Sunday afternoon, but it was like midday. It was like the Hallmark.
Oh, the soap operas,
not the soap operas, but like Hallmark channel. Like
no, I didn't watch that.
You didn't watch any of like those old shows?
No, I those were on like TBS syndicated at night and stuff. But no, Sunday when I was a kid, Sunday was always the Wonderful World of Disney.
And then 60
you watch
minutes.
Disney stuff on Sunday? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's when it came on.
Yeah.
What Disney stuff?
It was called The Wonderful World of Disney.
Yeah.
And they would play movies or whatever.
Oh, okay.
But it was always Sunday night.
Yeah. And then my mom, she made the big mistake. Like every Sunday morning, she would let us watch Abbott Costello.
Abbott Costello
before church, which was and the Three Stooges, which was not a good idea.
No,
I was just talking about
when you have three boys.
That's fuel to the fire when you have three boys.
Yeah, certainly. Hey, Mo,
for a bad time. I love that show.
Yeah.
I got a funny story.
How'd you guys feel about I Love Lucy?
I thought
parts of it was funny, part of it was stupid.
Who was your favorite like person in I Love Lucy? Fred Mertz, huh?
Fred was cool.
I knew it.
But you know what though, Lucy, you got some explaining to do. All right, funny story. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was. I don't know why I thought I was a magician at this time. I think I was like 9 or 10. No, it was 10 or 11. 10 or 11. So I tricked my brother Pino. Sorry, Pino. We had this big chat. What do you call it? Like a suitcase. Remember the old suitcase that looked like
the trunks.
The trunks. So I said, Pino, get in the trunk. I'm gonna make you disappear.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so he gets in and I lock it, and I didn't realize he didn't have a key for it.
Oh shit!
Oh
so
my!
We locked it. My cousin Josephine's with us, so he's freaking out. I can't get the lock open. He goes, "You didn't make me disappear. You didn't make me disappear. I'm still in the, I'm trying to get this open." My mom's freaking out, because I locked my little brother up in the trunk. So he's like, "I'm gonna run out of air." Like, we're gonna run out of air.
Yeah.
So I run upstairs and I get this big fucking knife, right? And I'm fucking poking holes.
Oh my god!
And my brother,
and you're trying not to stab him.
I'm trying not to stab him, dude. My brother's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I'm poking these holes in it. Oh my god, it was funny. All
right. That's wild, man.
What did you do to your little brother, Bob? You didn't have a little
I was the youngest.
You were the youngest.
Oh yeah, they beat me up all the time.
They beat you up. I find it hard to believe.
Having siblings is a crazy.
I didn't have a sister, man. I wish I had a sister.
Oh no, you don't.
Yeah.
No, I had an older sister.
I know you had an older. See, I would have wanted an older. Sorry, Phil. But I would have wanted maybe in between Phil. I would have been.
Wait, are you like the middle?
I'm the middle child. Okay. I'm the middle child.
Shout out, I'm the middle child too. That's what's up.
Yeah, I would have been pretty cool. But we did have Josephine. So Josephine was basically our sister because she spent all the time with us. But it would have been cool to have like a sister. I thought it would have been cool.
Would you have wanted? Did you say an older sister or a younger? Sister?
Older, so I can date her friends. Yeah, so I can date.
My sister didn't have any hot friends. At least that I noticed.
Yeah, and she hid them from you. I would have hid my hot friends from you too as a teenager.
Not me, man. I was a good kid. I'd speed. I'd speed in good hands.
So the Wonder Years was like your.
Yeah, the Wonder Years was kind of like my elementary, going into grade school, going into high school.
What was yours? Because you were still in Philly, right?
You know what? It's funny, but I wasn't old enough to be like those people. But Welcome Back Carter.
Welcome Back Carter, yeah.
Kind of reminded me of being in South Philly, the attitude, the way we dressed,
Welcome back.
And for us, like
your tired past.
For 7.5 hours every day, we were in a white dress shirt with a tie and slacks and dress.
Going to Catholic school.
Going to Catholic school. So like when you got home, you got to be those guys. We got to wear the leather jackets, the Converse, and attitude.
Yeah, I'm in 8th grade.
Yeah,
and you weren't cool going to junior high until you had a silk shirt.
Yeah,
because disco was starting. Disco was starting.
I got something for you.
Everybody had to have a silk shirt, dude. Yeah. And I got my first silk shirt, and I'm like, everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! That's cool! That's so cool! That's so cool!" Because that was the disco era, man. Everybody, I'm not going to wear polyester slacks. I was still wearing 501 jeans, but I had a silk shirt, man. And they're like, and then you got the platform shoes when you went out to dances and stuff.
Have you ever watched that 70s show?
Yes.
Does that remind you of?
Yeah, kind of high school and stuff. Yeah, kind of high school because I was in high school late 70s. But yeah, basically.
Who would you say you were from the 70s show?
Eric.
That's dope.
Yeah, I was Eric Foreman.
I like that.
I was Eric Foreman.
Dude. Foreman was the dude. If Foreman wasn't around, then whose house would you hang out at?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Foreman was needed. That's like how you were needed at those keggers.
Yes.
Man. See, you always people think about Foreman being like you don't need that character.
Well, see, the cool part about working at the liquor store. Oh, sweet.
Originals, never worn.
Sweet.
Never worn.
Those are the shoes of my childhood.
Yeah, Chuck Taylor's. Ever
sweet
worn, and from late 70s.
Yeah, my dad. What my dad used to do.
I'm born yet. That's so crazy.
Dad would requisition, especially when I was playing basketball. Dad would requisition like an extra pair of Converse for his troops because he was a training instructor. So I like every 6 months I'd get a new pair of Converse like that. His dad would, because my feet would grow, and Dad would just like requisition another pair of Converse, which he wasn't supposed to do, bring them home, but still.
It's the late 70s, man. That's an era that I kind of like. I wish I was a teen, like in the late 70s, early 80s, because of all the stuff that like even like hip hop or like a graffiti or breakdancing.
But so there was no hip hop yet.
Yeah,
there was no hip hop. But
what would you say hip hop came out?
Hip hop was more like an early 90s thing.
Ooh,
no,
earlier.
Yeah, no. Come on, 1988. Who's a hip hop star?
No,
we didn't have hip hop. It was all
like
top 40.
No Sugar Hill Gang.
The Sugar Hill Gang.
Right. But that was still. I mean, that was the early stage of rap. But you played that at the Angus, and everyone. Seriously, everyone danced to it.
Right.
So it wasn't segregated. We didn't have specific clubs for hip hop music and stuff. That didn't happen until the 90s. Because in the 80s, we all danced to the same music at the same club.
Okay.
Yeah, we had white, black, Hispanic, Filipino, Asian, didn't matter. We're all the same at the same dance. We're still at the same club. Yeah, like Young MC, Bust a Move. Tone Loc.
I was in a cool era. I
have this album, man.
Great era of getting to see the
Midnight Star
blossom of hip hop music.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just saying, like in that late 70s, early 80s era, there was certain hip hop and like punk rock that I wish I could have just.
Punk rock was more like got into like 82, 83, 84.
Yeah.
But still in the early 80s, you had what was called R&B. You had Commodores, you had Earth, Wind, and Fire, The Whispers, Shalimar. I mean, you had all these Confunction. you had all these groups, but it wasn't really classified as rap or hip hop yet.
I got you. Yeah.
Like I said, everybody was dancing to the same music.
Yeah. It's a
to give you a ticket.
It's a weird time to like. I don't know. That's so wild to me, man.
Everyone got a Jerry curl.
I love it, dude. I love it. If I could have a Jerry curl. But yeah, man, all this stuff was damn so cool. I couldn't imagine like I couldn't imagine like being out
Mamma
there.
mia.
It's a crazy time. I wanted to skip like I'm not very interested in the disco era, but the end of disco was pretty crazy.
Disco was great because
Yeah.
you know, it was the fashion was good. And disco was like the first era really where, you know, the girls weren't wearing bras and out dancing and stuff and like titties were flying everywhere.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Okay.
Put on Dwight, so John, find Was Not Was. Rock the Dinosaur. Walk the Dinosaur.
Wait, go ahead.
What was
Was Not Was.
you guys were kind of more
Was Not Was, Walking the Dinosaur.
You guys were like adults in the mid to late 80s?
Well, I graduated in 81.
I graduated in 86. I was adult in 86.
86. Okay.
Right. So, yeah, see, this was played at the Angus because, you know, what year is this? 84? 85?
Who knows?
I want to just a night in one night in that era would be crazy.
Hey, one of the things.
As an adult, of course, like my age.
Wait, well,
if I could Back to the Future it.
Yeah, no, Art
hit like 80.
Seriously, if you want to go back to that era, right?
Yeah.
Take your wife out to Crocodiles.
Oh God, yeah.
No, all they play 70s and 80s dance music.
70s and 80s, yeah.
That's all they play, 70s and 80s dance music.
Yeah.
Okay.
1987, Mr. Sharp.
Yeah. No,
I just meant like man, like living in that time frame. Like I said, I told you guys before I was watching Dazed and Confused.
Dazed and Confused, yes.
And his dad was like, yeah, I remember when Modesto was like that.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, it was, you know, you'd like party out on a canal bank or you'd party at some guy's orchard.
Party at the Moon Tower.
Yeah, but see, when I worked at the liquor store, they would call me because I closed at 9:00 on Saturday.
Let's go, John.
They would call me from Woodward and say, hey, there's 12 of us, bring a keg.
Woodward, whoa.
So I would take a keg after work out to Woodward Reservoir.
Yeah.
And we'd like drink it all night and I'd bring it back and open up the next morning. And
all right.
Bob is wild, man. Right. Wild man Bob.
Bob was.
Right. I don't want to upset Artemis's his wife.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Don't step on my dog, though. All right, here you go. You ready, Art? Well, I get it, Art. All right. Bob Sharp. We'll start with Mr. Bob Sharp.
Hit me.
The song that you was playing when you danced with the first girl. Art's wife, we apologize.
I want to say,
if you're watching, we apologize. I'm sure it was you.
I want to say,
shout out to Art's wife.
7th grade or no, 8th grade. 8th grade. So it was the dance 8th grade. The first part of 8th grade, I was with Debbie Anderson, and
shout out to Debbie Anderson. She's still alive, Bob?
I don't know. I didn't look. I haven't looked her up. I think it was maybe it could have been Kung Fu Fighting.
Oh. Dude, that had to have been hard to dance to, man.
No, it just followed beat. No. The hard part was the second song that I danced with her was Disco Duck by Rick Dees.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, Disco Duck. But the hardest song was Reasons by the Commodores.
Ooh, good song, good love song.
Because I'm in 8th grade and she had like 36 Ds.
You got to get close.
Yeah, you But then you realize you can't get too close because you know you've got a loaded weapon and then the safety's not on. You don't know when that thing's going off.
Yeah, those nuns
start bumping and grinding. Next thing you know,
Those nuns had those fucking rollers out.
Yeah.
6 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches.
No, shout out though to Debbie Anderson. You were awesome, and
Shit, Debbie.
yeah,
Shout out Debbie.
she wanted me bad, like in 6th grade, but I already had Rebecca Taylor.
Shout out to Debbie Anderson with the 38 D.
Yes, 38 Ds, dude. 38 Ds. Oh man.
What about you, John? Do you remember your?
Yeah, I do. It's at Somerset. It was at Somerset. I can't remember the girl's name because
Somerset. Here.
When we moved here,
Somerset Junior.
Yeah, when we moved here, my little brother got to start at Woodrow. I didn't get to go to Woodrow, so I got to start at 7th grade at Somerset, and my brother Phil was 8th grade. And it was I dude, for some reason I want to say it was Boy George.
Which Boy George?
No, early.
Come, chameleon.
No, I don't think it could be. It could have
You
been.
come and go. You come and go. No, if you came out here, what, 78, 79?
Yeah, no,
it wasn't Boy George.
No. It was 82. 82. So 8 hits of 82.
Bought my first real 6-string hold at the diving time.
You know, I'll do top one.
Was it Always and Forever?
It was a love song.
Moment with you.
I wasn't afraid to dance. I know she
like
was.
A dream to me.
And so it might have been. Okay, it might have been. Actually, it might have been. I'm so excited.
Every day.
Go.
Love me your own special way.
Melt all my heart away. With a smile.
We're drunk. Yeah, we're drunk.
Hell yeah.
Shout out.
Bam, there it is.
Dude,
No, it wasn't. Come on, Eileen. But what a great song.
Eileen was 83.
That's it. 82. Top hits of 1982.
Mr. Midnight Runners.
I think it might have been. It would. I think. I want to say. I think it was. I'm so excited. I want to say.
Fuck yeah, dude. And this was your what you said? Your 8th grade dance?
Yeah, 8th grade dance.
That's what's up.
Well, see, on
all of those, like if you lived in this area, you didn't like go to dances until like 8th grade, but you did go to dances at Roller King.
Right.
So
shout out Roller King, man.
Yeah, Roller King was the shit, man.
Bring that shit back, man.
Wednesday night, Wednesday nights at Roller King.
I'll put $20 on it.
I remember those Wednesday, and that was the night that you got in for free with your student ID card.
Yeah.
So you go in there with your Somerset card or Woodrow card, and you got to skate for free.
Damn.
And that was Wednesday nights, and I remember that, like, just everybody kind of holding hands and just going around in a circle, man. Just
I feel bad for kids these days because all the fun stuff we did, they can't do anymore.
Yeah, but you notice all that stuff's like still like coming back. Like roller skating was huge.
Yeah, my kid wants to roller skate.
Like right when COVID started.
Yeah.
You could not buy fucking rollerblade or roller skates. They were sold out. Everybody was buying roller. I remember my daughter sitting here. She goes, "I'm trying to buy skates for me and the kids." She goes, "They're all sold out." I go, "Fuck, what? Why?" I was like, I couldn't fathom the idea. And then I thought about it. It's like, it's COVID. Nobody's hanging out. You got to do something. So who rollerblade?
Well, I did. I bought a pair and almost killed myself.
I almost killed myself too, man.
All because of Lovey Veray.
Yeah, women get us to do silly things.
Women make you do stupid shit.
But before we forget, shout out to Art's wife. Don't get upset right here. We're talking about Art's past. So you're still the love of his life.
Yes.
Almost 20
you're gonna ask me what song?
Yeah, 20 years.
Slow down. You're at the first dance in junior high school or high school.
I honestly don't remember. I really don't remember. I'm not playing some joke, but I do remember this one time. Me and my wife danced to. We have
he went right to his wife.
No, I'm just saying it's the most recent memory. My memory is fucked up, but I think it was Shania Twain or one of those like
just named Bob's favorite.
But it's the song's like "Looks Like We Made It." Yeah, and me and my wife slow danced in our bedroom.
Baby. That video,
that song, man,
beautiful.
That's one of my memories. Honest to God, I cannot think.
Still the one, yeah.
I've been to the dances and the proms and stuff, but I don't remember them. I remember that night, and that's the only one I remember.
I remember my parents dancing in the kitchen in South Philly to "Fly Me to the Moon." When that song would come on, those two would just get together and start dancing.
That's beautiful.
I remember back in the day, and this was a This was a Bobby Boogie.
I thought you were gonna say Bobby Brown.
No. You had the Bobby Boogie playlist, the Get Lucky playlist. But me and my buddy Pete were sharing a house with a pool and a hot tub. So you get the girl and you're in the hot tub. That you like get out
the hot tubs,
dry off. You walk into the bedroom,
sponsor us.
and you put on the Bobby Boogie Get Lucky playlist, and the first song was "Reasons" by the Commodores. And you grab the girl and you slow dance naked.
Yeah.
Oh,
In the hot tub?
no. After the hot tub, you got out, dried off, went to the bedroom.
Hell yeah.
Put on "Reasons" by right. And you just slow dance for the whole song.
Yeah.
Women love that shit.
Yeah.
I like.
All right,
It's a skin to skin, man.
I'm gonna throw Art a question here. All right,
Isley Brothers and like
Isley Brothers, this whole
that
hot
one,
mother
yeah.
broke 1,000 times.
What's up,
Mr. Art?
Yeah.
What was your wedding song?
It's it's Casey and JoJo.
Okay.
Yeah.
All my life.
All my life. Yeah.
All my life.
Yeah. I don't know. I might.
Waiting
I
for someone
don't
like
want.
you.
I want to change it up. I guess it's.
You want to sing it to her right now?
No, John. Why?
I put you on the spot.
I think
Sorry,
Bob,
Mrs. Art.
I think Bob's doing a great job singing a song.
We'll let Bob do
He
the
has
sing.
the voice for it, but
Wings with wings, wind beneath my wings.
What's yours?
She picked
Wing,
it.
about Beth Mithler, right?
Yeah, I hated that.
Do you ever know that you're my
I hate
hero?
What would you have picked? What did Johnny Two Guns? Pop.
Yeah, pop.
Truncali.
Fly me to the moon. No, you did
wanted
it your
that.
way, or
Girls.
I would have picked this song right here,
Let's
which is
fucking go.
to
Africa by Toto. That's what he picked.
You're making me laugh.
He wanted Gangster's Paradise
No.
by Coolio.
No,
God damn it.
She knew this was my favorite all-time song.
good.
Unfortunately, this song was tied to someone else, but it's still in modern English.
modern English. Oh, okay.
John, if you
Modern
picked
English.
the fucking Rocky theme song right now, I swear to God.
Oh God, no.
Walking down the aisle to
Dude, why can't I spell it right now?
Modern English. MODERN.
He's making me laugh.
Hey, hold on. All right, here. Put the Google thing up. I'll say it.
Yeah.
Even Bob's having a hard time.
Mission
Hold on.
accomplished.
Modern English.
Donkey penis.
Donkey penis, donkey penis. It's my favorite song of all time.
Let's go. I want to hear it.
I
Come
melt
on,
with
I
you.
melt with you. You know this song.
Yeah.
Let's go. I probably do. I just don't know the name of it. Fucking love this shit.
Oh, it's been in a couple movies.
Yeah, it's in Valley Girl.
Yeah.
Moving forward, using all my breath.
Hell yeah. Let's go. And who is this by?
Making love
Modern
to
English.
you was
Okay.
always second best. They finally
Shout
got
out.
into the Rock Hall of Fame.
Let's go. Yeah, hell yeah. I'll melt with you. Okay.
Was always second best.
Yeah. Shout out to what is this? 80s?
Modern English. Modern English.
I mean like 80s. What is this?
80s.
80s punk rock,
yeah.
like new wave, man.
Hey, it started it all.
Best.
So in the
Fucking
mid
love that
80s,
shit.
in the
Yeah.
mid 80s, if you went to
Clash.
a wedding
Oh,
and they were into country music,
yeah.
everybody played
Rose.
no. They played oh shit.
November Rain?
No, I saw
got
the
friends
band.
in
Hold
low
on,
places.
Playing November
No, no,
Rain
no,
at
no,
a
they-
wedding
no, no,
is
no.
diabolical.
No, it was
do the cook thing.
I'll
Hey.
Still Be Loving You by Restless Heart.
Play some fucking Joan Jett in that shit, you know, like
No.
Joan Jett's
No.
yo, what? Yeah.
You want the queen of rock and roll, Latita Ford.
Flat bottom girls.
Lita Ford? I would say Stevie Nicks.
Playing some
Yeah.
yeah. Shout out Stevie Nicks, man.
Latita Ford.
Let's Tina Ford, Stevie Nicks.
Lita Ford.
I know.
Donkey penis.
It's just not letting me do
Stevie Nicks.
it.
Shout out
Quiet,
Stevie
quiet.
Nicks, dude.
Latita Ford.
Yeah.
Okay, go back, John. Go back.
What happened?
You're fucking this all up.
Shout out Stevie Nicks
Go back. Ready?
We have gone
Erase it. Erase that part.
to the
And go
other
back to
side.
Google search.
Welcome.
Go back to Google search
Taking over.
by voice.
This is Artemis.
No, John, you're fucking.
He's
it up.
gonna fucking Art's gonna say
He's not.
donkey
No,
dick.
he's not. I got it. All right, let's do this again.
All right, go.
Lita Ford.
There you go. All right, you ready, Rock? You ready?
I'm ready, man.
She's the queen of rock, dude.
Okay.
Saturday night.
There you go. Lita, she's damn.
She's a blonde. Ain't no big thing.
Okay. Lita Ford. I mean, sounds pretty cool.
Her and Ozzy did a song together.
Yeah. Eyes,
shout out fucking Ozzy, man. Ozzy.
Ain't no big thing.
So Lita Ford. I like that jacket.
And she's still hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
would have loved. So like,
It ain't no big thing.
Shawn Michaels
You haven't met me.
somebody in the face during this in live on like at the
Close your eyes.
What's
Close your eyes is with this song.
what you're
Yeah.
talking?
No, Close Your Eyes is the song she does with Ozzy.
Ozzy, okay.
Which is a great fucking song, Art.
Yeah, that sounds, man. I'm gonna look that up. I'm gonna put that on my playlist. That's
Yeah.
fucking sick. Lita Ford. I feel like I
Close Your Eyes Forever. Yeah. With Ozzy. Do you want to talk? Great song.
Yeah, man. Ozzy's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
When he's coherent.
Yeah,
Ozzy in his prime.
Shout out to his wife
Yeah.
for sticking it out.
Ozzy in both his primes. It's very rare where you could have
Hell yeah.
two primes, and he did it. Black Sabbath and Ozzy.
But right here, this is where you actually, for once, like for us, my generation, this is like the first time you actually hear Ozzy sing.
Right.
Okay.
Like sing.
Damn, to be,
Not screaming, not yelling.
you guys understand? Do you out there in YouTube understand what these guys have lived through?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
some awesome ass shit.
Absolutely,
Dude.
absolutely.
I can't.
But you can tell he
Even-
can sing right here in this song.
Oh yeah. You guys were Bob. Were you around for Black Sabbath?
Yes.
Black
yeah.
Sabbath.
Yes.
So were you? You were around for
Yeah,
Black Sabbath.
fuck
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
So isn't it cool to see Ozzy get his like?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah,
Who's calling?
John.
Who's
It's-
this? Hope.
It's
Hey, Hope, you're live
Shout
on
out,
the
Hope.
Friday Night BS show. What's your question?
Conversation with Art.
Yeah. It was,
What is your
You
question
ask
for
me
Art? Do you have a
anything.
question for Art? Go ahead.
What?
Do you have a question for Art? You're live on the show right now.
No, I don't.
Come on, ask me anything. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
You sure you don't have a
All right.
question for Art?
Yes, I have no. I don't even know what
You
the
could-
questions are.
Yeah,
About.
you just
Yeah,
throw out
just
a
throw-
question. Throw out a
Just
question.
throw out a question.
What's
Go
your
ahead.
favorite color? I mean,
Yeah,
it's all good.
anything.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
anything.
Throw it out there, Hope. Ask Art a
No.
question. Ask Art a question. Ask
No,
Art.
I'm gonna embarrass myself by just.
Okay.
It's too late for that.
No.
I'm an open book. You can
Hey,
ask me.
hey, Hope, did you use your AK and is it a good day?
Yeah. All right,
Happy-
hon, I'll call you after.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Happy-
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to the
Happy
Cinco de
Cinco
Mayo
de
people out
Mayo.
there. Yeah.
Be safe out there, man. Be
Yeah,
safe out
be
there.
safe. Don't drive.
Yeah, definitely. Don't get into fights. Don't
All
shoot
right,
nobody.
all right,
don't-
my favorite daughter out.
don't-
Your only daughter.
Your favorite daughter.
doesn't
Shout
know
out
that.
Hope, man.
She
Like,
doesn't know that. She doesn't know that.
shout
yet.
out Hope, man.
Shout out Hope.
Good.
Yeah,
favorite daughter.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's like I thought about this. We had this conversation with Tim, and Tim's a big rock and
he is.
roll guy,
Yeah, it's-
and it's just like the famous female singers through each generation and
Okay.
and how different they all were from each other, and like who was popular in the 80s and who was actually popular in the 60s and 50s. Like could Nancy Sinatra come back today and sing These Boots? Would that song be a hit song today?
Yeah.
yeah, only because the old people would listen to it.
No.
No,
He's
no,
he's
no.
talking about like if she was never heard of.
Yeah, never heard of.
Oh, okay.
She popped up. I think that song. There is some certain songs that I think no matter what era, it's gonna pop off and it's gonna take off. Like it's gonna take
Yeah.
off.
Aretha Franklin, respect will always go.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
Exactly,
you're right.
exactly.
That
Okay,
one,
Linda Ronstadt,
yeah.
Blue Bayou.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be that's a good song.
Yeah. I was trying to like, and then another conversation that I had with a younger group, the millennials. Now, this is Brandon and Mike, but Bob knows Brandon and Mike.
Yeah, Mike.
And I threw out this question because, like, me and Bob have what we like. I like to consider great music that we grew up with. And not saying that like this new music isn't great, but do you can you picture millennials in their late 50s and 60s seeing what's current today at the at like the fair or at small venues? Do you see like Eddie Money, for instance? Let's take Eddie Money. He constantly kept touring.
Right.
He, there was like there was a lot of bands that kept touring late into their their 50s and 60s. But like I look at the groups that are around today, and not so much 2000, but like let's go not 2025, but like 2000. Do you see like 50 Cent playing the fair 25 years from now? Do you see that music moving?
No. I maybe I could be wrong, but I think in 20 years I could see someone like Post Malone or Jelly Roll playing the fair. I think there are we always talk about this. There are some artists who they can't stop.
Yeah.
It's not about the money anymore. It's about they need to do this. They need to be out there.
Yeah, the Rolling Stones need to quit because they're old.
I'm not
seriously.
here to say anyone needs to quit, man. Like,
so
just
I had
do
some
what you wanna
friends.
do. And they're still making money.
Yeah,
like you put out Rolling Stones, no one's gonna be like, I'm good. Like people.
Yeah, no. I have a friend. Her name's
out.
Cheryl. Cheryl travels the world to see the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I had some friends pay $800 to sit in the nosebleeds in the San Jose Shark Arena.
Yeah.
To watch Elton John, and they said he sounded horrible because he's so old.
Yeah.
They go, we'll never do it again. I was lucky. I saw Elton John 1984 when he still had a voice.
I never saw Elton John.
Oh, Elton John was fantastic. He played Cal Expo.
Yeah, he's one of those artists too that I regret not have seeing in the 80s.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's another one. I never saw Michael.
I wish I'd seen Michael.
I wish I would have saw
I talked about that with some couple of friends before about seeing a band at its prime, but it does make a difference.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking at work, and it's just like I was trying to go through all the bands that I've seen. I never realized how many bands that.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah, but Bob, Bob Britt.
Yeah.
Same thing, dude. That guy has a Rolodex of fucking concerts that he's.
Yeah, I mean, me and my nephew went to the George Strait Music Festival one year. And we saw George Strait, Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney, Mark Wills, the Dixie Chicks, Jody Messina.
Dixie Chicks. Shout out to the Republican
conservative.
Yeah,
Dixie
and
Chicks.
it's
Go
like
Trump.
all the concerts I've seen. Kenny Loggins I've seen 10 times. All right.
Shut up, Kenny.
I wonder why.
Kenny Loggins was awesome.
I wonder why.
Love Kenny Loggins.
Yeah.
Bob Seger 3 times, Alabama 4 times.
Shut up, Bob Seger, man. Turn the page.
Yeah.
Do
you see that?
Shout out Eddie Money.
Do you see that? And I know we're not that generation, Bob, but do you feel like that generation is going to go see I don't know, somebody from the 2000s?
T-Pain in 50 years?
Yeah.
Bro, I would go see at the county fair. Yeah.
You're now in your 50s, in early mid 50s.
God damn.
Art, here we go, Art. MC Hammer goes back on tour.
Hey.
Are you to go see MC Hammer?
There's certain people. Okay, hey, shout out to Hammer.
Yeah,
maybe at the fair for sure if I could.
Yeah,
but
on the pre-stage.
there's certain people that you just got to throw in the mix. Like you get to see them at the fair.
Right.
It's
one more
affordable.
Time.
Yeah.
It's
I saw Credence at the fair.
Credence, shout out Credence.
Who thought I was gonna go see those guys?
Yeah.
But I saw them.
I remember seeing at the fair Casey and the Sunshine Band.
See, but they weren't like Casey and Sunshine Band at their prime. They were
no, they were.
So
but
who cares?
I saw the Commodores at the fair.
Just have
fun. I saw Earth, Wind and Fire back in the day in the early '80s.
Yeah.
But I saw them. I've seen them twice. They did a concert with Chicago. Great show.
Yeah.
Let's see. But at the fair, I saw 30.
Shout out Chicago.
38
Special and Sticks.
Chicago.
Styx, right? Styx. The last year they had an Oktoberfest downtown. I'm pouring beer. And then after Oktoberfest is done, they blocked off downtown like they did for X Fest.
Yeah.
Come
Styx,
sail away.
Styx played.
Come sail
They had a new
away.
singer because Dennis DeYoung was
Sail
no longer.
away with me,
Dude,
lad.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
But Dennis DeYoung had a great voice.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
You know, when he sang Babe and
Yeah.
you know, all that stuff. Babe, oh yeah. You know it's you. And then Renegade.
Yeah, Renegade.
You know?
Yeah.
Renegade. That
Yeah.
is the that's an awesome song.
Mama,
Yeah.
You're for my life.
I'm glad I did do the concert thing in the 80s. I'm glad I got to see a lot of bands growing up.
Mountaineer. I did
Mountaineer, Day on the Green,
Yeah.
fucking Manteca Water Slides.
I saw
Fuck, dude.
I saw Reba McEntire though,
Yeah.
before she got huge at the Manteca Water Slides.
Iron Maiden at fucking Manteca Water Slides.
Iron Maiden.
Iron Maiden, Manteca
Dude.
Water Slides.
Damn. Did you know who they were, or was it one of those like?
No, we knew. I knew who Iron Maiden was.
ZZ Top and
She's got legs.
George Thorogood opened for ZZ Top.
Yeah.
But the best show, one of the best shows, because I've seen a lot of great shows.
Yeah.
The Scorpions opened up for Def Leppard in '88.
Hello, California. We are Scorpions.
And the Scorpions put on a better show.
Every time, dude.
I always wanted to see Spinal Tap. But
Spinal Tap.
unfortunately, I was not able
Hello,
to. But
California.
I got to see some cool bands when I was around.
Scorpions.
Yeah, that's amazing, man, that you guys got to see those bands.
All those bands.
Yeah,
Through the 80s, man, it was just that. And I had to sneak to these things. I wasn't allowed to go to these things.
I had the last year that the Eagles were together, I had to sneak out and see the Eagles because my dad wouldn't let me drive out of town.
John doesn't like the Eagles.
I love the
I'm
Eagles.
not a big Eagles. I love their music. I'm not a fan.
Eagles. I love the Eagles.
Hotel California makes no sense to me. Look
Yeah,
at
it does.
Well, what is your like cap of like? Could you say like you stopped really updating yourself in music at what year?
2000.
2000 cut.
I
Was the
stopped.
cutoff for you?
Yeah, I
you
stopped. There were
brought
some
50
good bands
Cent
that came out in
as-
2000s, but the
That's why you
music
still listen to
Right.
Korn and stuff. Yeah.
So I shut off about
Papa.
1990,
Papa Roach.
Yeah.
but then I came back
Sure.
in.
Locals, man. Sacramento. Shout out, just from Sacramento.
Yeah.
Shout out to 209 Papa Roach.
I came back in '94 because of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie and
Then you had Three Doors Down, and you had all those bands. You had the Gem Blossoms.
Good, dude.
You had the Gem Blossoms. There's a whole bunch of groups that came out of Hootie and the Blowfish.
Yeah.
That era. Yeah, I was back into it, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
For me, it was like it was weird for me because I stopped, but I got to see the transition of my kids,
Yeah.
like their music, and I
Yeah.
was just like,
I love
this is
that.
cool because I got and me and Katrina, we made a deal when the kids were younger that we were gonna not be those parents that like you couldn't have this CD, you can't have
Yeah.
this music.
Got you.
So we wanted to see where they went with their music, and it was fun because like Frankie was country.
Okay.
JP was rap,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
and Hope was boy band.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hope's first concert is
New Kids.
New Kids on the
NSYNC or
Block.
Backstreet Boys.
That's right. I'm sorry, NSYNC and Britney Spears at Oakland Coliseum.
Wow.
That was her
Hell
first.
yeah, John.
That was her first
John was out
concert.
there.
They were.
Bye,
I'm glad.
bye.
I didn't go. My
Oh.
wife went, and my sister-in-law and my other sister-in-law. And the little girls that were on BART were so excited that they were all throwing up on the BART. And my wife said that there was throw up everywhere because these little kids, these little girls were getting so excited to see Britney Spears and fucking Justin
That's funny.
and I was
Justin
like-
Timberlake.
and I'm glad I didn't go. I'm glad I
hell
didn't go.
yeah.
But yeah, but I got to see that transition, like what they enjoyed, what they liked.
Right.
Like with Hope, it was like plain white tees.
Yeah, Plain White Tees. Hey,
They played the fair like a couple years ago.
Yeah, I mean, just like all her music, and then getting to see how she, and then she kind of like she went from that stuff to like rap, and then she like Tupac. She was a huge Tupac fan, and I asked her, like for me, like when someone says to me, "I'm a huge Tupac fan," I said the first thing I asked is, did you sit down and listen to the words?
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about the beat. Don't take the beat out. Just listen to what he's saying. Do you understand what he's saying? Because that to me, with him, it's about what he's saying in his songs more than the beat or the rhythm or all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's just about what he's saying, and do you understand what he's saying, why he's singing those songs, what it's about,
Yeah.
So for me, yeah. So like now Hope then she went like big band, like Sinatra and all this.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
And now she's like in the country. So she loves country music. So it's neat to see that transition. Your kids going through all these different, like JP's been rap and he's stuck on rap. He don't want to fucking listen to anything.
I remember
So cool. Shout out JP.
when my
Shout out
nephew was
JP.
about 15, he was living with me. He was into rap.
Yeah.
So he's walking through the house one day. He's playing a song.
Yeah.
And in the background, they had sampled the Commodores.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I said, man, that's the Commodores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, the Commodores copied T-Pain? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No.
T-Pain copied the Commodores,
Yeah,
you little
T-Pain.
bastard. Why don't
Yeah,
you go to your fucking room until you
That's
realize?
one thing that I did like about hip hop. I did the opposite. Like I was like, oh, they sampled this, and I went back and listened to the original, and the original is always fire. They always hit. They're always great songs. So no wonder why someone wanted to sample us. Think about it. They made a hit off a snippet of that song.
Right.
That song was a banger for sure. And I always love those.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
When Coolio did oh God, was it
Come along and ride
Fantastic
on
Lakeside.
Lakeside. Fantastic
Fantastic
Voyage.
Voyage.
Yeah.
Lakeside played Easy Street Lounge.
Okay.
Yeah, me and Lee went.
That's and I'm hoping that's what happens is like my generation took your generation's little snippet, made this song, and the next generation is gonna be like, oh, I like that, and like clip it and make it into their own, and it's music that just keeps on continually going.
Hi Becky, how you doing?
Yeah, see, that's the
Back
thing
in
with
Monday Night Show,
like I bring that up because like I don't I don't see your not just your generation, like Gen Z, for instance, as well, seeing these bands 25 years from now. I don't see them. I don't see them.
So in 2019, when I went to go see Bob Seger on his final tour, a lot of parents brought their kids.
Yeah.
And then Metallica did a Bob Seger cover. They
did.
That's what I mean. Like, like I think a lot of like I don't subscribe to like
Whiskey in a bottle,
like younger. Yeah, Whiskey in a bottle is great.
Yeah,
embrace that stuff.
It still works.
Embrace that stuff. Shout out, my daughter has her friends. They're called the Indecisives. They do a lot of great covers of like from Green Day to
there's a band.
Keep that stuff going. That stuff needs to keep on going.
Yeah. See, Art, I told you he had a smooth voice. Even Becky thinks it was.
Hello.
Thank you, Becky. Yeah, I love covers.
Is it me you're looking for?
I can't wait till these new guys. So I remember a few years ago, Ozzy Osbourne did a song with Post Malone.
And
a lot of younger generation were like
butter.
Oh, who's this Post Malone? I'm sorry, who's this Ozzy Osbourne?
Yeah, a lot of them don't know who Ozzy was.
They might have went and looked up older stuff and possibly Black Sabbath stuff.
That's
Black Sabbath stuff. It's so cool.
That's like when oh God, what is her name? Let's give him something to talk about. That song. Who's that? Give him something to talk about. What's her name?
I don't know that song at all.
No. She Becky, who's saying give him something to talk about?
I use that song for my show.
Yeah, what was her name?
Like
give me something to talk about.
Give him something to talk about.
Cyndi Lauper.
Bonnie Raitt. So Bonnie Raitt
won
a Grammy for like the best song 2 or 3 years ago. She came back and did an album. And she beat out Beyonce, and everyone's like, "Who in the hell's Bonnie Raitt?"
Yeah,
well, screw you.
And
the older generation is like, "Well, who the hell's this Beyonce, whatever person?"
Why?
Beyonce.
Bonnie Raitt's a legend.
Do you see all what she's going through with her concerts? She can't sell out her concerts.
My niece went and saw the Cowboy
Shout out
Carter.
Beyonce though, that guy.
Yeah, like last weekend in LA.
How much? $24?
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
no. My niece is she's into all that. She went to Lizzo, and she's a diehard liberal. I love
Lainey
her to
Wilson, my wife got me into Lainey Wilson. Shout out to her. She watches the show.
They posted something on Twitter
Lainey
which
Wilson.
made me laugh
Let's
so
go.
hard. But
Sean, I hope you're hashtagging all these like celebrities.
No. She was she posted a thing about Beyonce on Twitter, and she was talking about that the Minecraft Happy Meal or meal at McDonald's is actually costs more than a Beyonce ticket now. Beyonce tickets are going $24.
Yeah, Lainey was on Yellowstone, but you know,
yes, she was. That episode was awesome.
Have you tried the Angel Reese
Yellowstone
meal at McDonald's?
The patty kept slipping out.
No. You know, I tried it.
Shout out.
I can't hit a layup, but I keep getting my own rebound.
I get my own rebound. Hey, well, let me ask Becky this question. Becky, I asked Mr. Bob and Mr. Art here the first song you remember to your first dance that you danced with a boy. Tell us that name of the song. The first dance, the first time you went to a school dance and you danced with a boy. What was the song that was playing?
Hey, dude, there was like,
dude, we had the Silvers hotline, calling on the hotline for your love.
You guys had some bangers back in the day.
We did, dude.
That movie, you know,
we had the Jackson 5.
To go back to Nicolas Cage, Peggy Sue got married.
Yeah.
They were in that movie. They played like what is it called? Like a quintet or whatever the quartet. Yeah.
Quartet, yeah.
And they were singing the jams. I forgot what songs. I can't name them right now, but those songs are awesome. When I saw
the only movie that Nicolas Cage actually won the only movie Nicolas Cage actually won an Oscar on.
So,
man, shout out Nicolas Cage, man. Thank you for.
We share.
I thought he won an Oscar for leaving Las Vegas. I thought he won an Oscar for Face Off.
Brick House. There you go.
She's a brick.
There you go.
I was not expecting that. That's awesome.
Brick House.
Brick.
She's mighty, mighty.
So there's two.
Let it all hang out. What does that mean?
There's a couple of movies that have great soundtracks. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Facts.
Hell yeah. Redford, man.
And then Remember the Titans. It's the 60s. It's a 60s soundtrack, but maybe dance. Yes. Everybody's dancing in the moonlight.
Oh, not that one?
Yeah, no, dancing.
Speaking of great soundtracks, I love the Grease soundtracks.
Yeah.
The Grease soundtrack.
I loved Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live. So that Bee Gees soundtrack.
So
3-4 songs from the Bee Gees on that.
There's two songs. Well, there's one song sang twice.
Yeah.
More Than a Woman by the Bee Gees and by Tavares.
That's a great song, too.
Tavares did the best version.
Well, then the Bee Gees also do Grease?
No.
Frankie Valli.
Sang Grease.
It was all.
Are you sure Bee Gees didn't do the Grease song?
It was all the big band guys. Yeah.
Frankie Valli. Grease is the way.
Forrest Gump was also great.
And then she sang Olivia Newton-John.
Oh yeah, Olivia Newton-John was in there. The Crow was a great soundtrack.
Cute as can be.
Oh yes, you had to be G-rated. Let's get it on.
6 inches, right, Becky? 6 inches. The teachers had the rulers out, and they're just making sure you're 6 inches apart.
That was
get it on.
I love that theme.
Let's get it on.
Let's get
sugar.
There's nothing wrong with me loving you.
Oh man, do you guys want a karaoke episode of
I can hook
Conversation with Art? Let's go. Void.
Yes. Arm's length. Yeah, Tie Yellow Ribbon, Soul Tree. Yes, Tie Yellow Ribbon. Tony, Orlando, and Don.
That was my dad's favorite. I know
Tie
that
yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
That's some shit I've never heard in my whole entire life.
Becky, how about this one? Let's see.
How about the Bangles?
Back in the good old days.
That's a good
Back in the bad old days. In the heat of a summer night. In the land of the dollar bill, the night Chicago died. Paper Race.
Don't die on us, Art. Don't die on us, man.
Were you guys
the Bengals? I love the Bengals.
Yeah, what era were you guys living in? The Bengals era? Were you
that was the Bengals was after I was
90s.
after I was 21. No, the Bengals were 85. Or the Bengals were the Bengals and Go-Go's were because Walk Like the Egyptian was like 86.
Yeah, that's true.
But you had the Go-Go's. Our Lips Are Sealed and Vacation.
Who did we talk about the other day?
Great song.
At work. What's her name from the song, the mall song?
Oh, Tiffany.
Tiffany. Yeah.
Hey, Becky, how about Minnie Riperton, Loving
Shout
You?
out Mrs. Art. She loves Tiffany.
I think we're alone now.
Yeah.
I don't know that song.
Oh, that's Tiffany.
Yeah,
She did the mall thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's just.
Yeah.
I was a Cyndi Lauper fan.
Oh, right there. Hey, Becky, how about Roberta Flack, Donny Hathaway, The Closer I Get to You? Great song.
Yeah. But Whitney
Let it
Houston-
go.
Oh, what
Let it
the-
go.
Yeah, Art is 40, Art?
Yes, sir. I'll be 42 this year. I believe.
Art's 42.
Yeah,
Becky,
Whitney
so
Houston.
Donny, Donny Hathaway, yes. But also don't forget Donny Osmond.
Donnie
Donnie and Marie.
Donnie and Marie.
Yeah, no, but
Donny
Donny
and
Osmond,
Marie,
when I was a
yeah.
kid, my sister was totally in love.
Ooh, Bob, the Partridge Family.
Which one?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah, Partridge. I think I love you. So what do you got?
The
What are you
Partridge
so
Family.
afraid
Yes,
of?
yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to the
Shout out to
Brady's
some of the
too.
best-
The Brady Bunch had an
The
album.
Brady Bunch
I
had.
had that album.
They had their stuff going. I grew up watching that stuff. That stuff's cool. The Brady Bunch.
Art is 42.
Yeah.
Oh, Cherish. Cherish was awesome.
Does Bob want to sing All of Me by John Legend?
John Legend, no.
Give me a reason.
Man,
Crocodile Rock. Elton, my first album that I really paid attention to was Elton John, Captain Fantastic and the Brown Dirt Cowboy.
When did you guys start liking stuff like Johnny Cash?
Oh, when I was 4 years old.
I
That's all my parents played.
Okay,
Yeah, I wasn't Johnny. We didn't play Johnny Cash.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, yeah.
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 I didn't know who Johnny Cash was until I was probably almost an adult.
I hear that
Same-
train
same
a
here.
coming.
Yeah.
It's rolling around the bend.
Yeah.
I ain't seen sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison.
There you go.
You know, Bob being from Missouri, he knows who Johnny Cash.
No, I was living in California
I know,
because
but-
my mom played Johnny Cash. My dad loved Johnny Cash.
I was older when I heard him, and
Yeah.
I love Johnny
I
Cash.
fell into this burning ring of fire. Okay, so look, my first favorite country star was Charlie Pride.
Oh,
Kiss an Angel, Good Morning, like
Kiss
5
an
years old.
Yeah.
Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. Is Anybody Going to San Antonio? Then Roy Clark, he had some good stuff. But my parents had all that stuff. They had Hank Williams Sr., Hank
yeah.
Snow.
They
They
were
had all that
talking
stuff.
about who Jennings the other day.
Waylon Jennings.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go to Lukenbach, Texas. Waylon and Willie and the boys.
Shout out to all those guys because I know they watch this show.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got into Johnny Cash like later on in life.
Yeah.
Man, so just some music always.
Yeah.
It's forever. It's timeless. You'll always relate to it.
Against all odds, yes. Phil Collins. I love Phil Collins.
Oh man, Cook got me into a song the other day. What was it like?
go ahead, Bobby.
Oh, the worst
You
show.
guys-
Fly me to the moon. In other
We
words.
won't get in trouble because the beat's not right.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Time After Time. Yeah, Cyndi Lauper. Time After Time.
Time after time.
You guys know the song "Seasons in the Sun" by
Yeah, Terry Jacks. We
Cook,
had joy. We had
Yeah,
fun. We
Cook
had
was like,
seasons in
oh,
the
sorry, the
sun.
name
I
drop.
need
Cook.
to. Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
Cook. Anyways, this guy was like, "Hey, you should listen to the song."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, cool. I'll play it." And I've heard the song before. I
Yeah.
start hearing it.
Dude, but we
Then there's the
cannot-
part where he goes, he talks about his daughter, or
Yes.
like the daughter part.
Yeah.
And I tell you, man, like I just started bawling. Like
Yeah.
I've lost friends, which is like the first chorus. I think he talks about losing his dad in the
Yeah.
second,
Yeah.
the second verse,
Mhm.
and then the third one is a daughter one. And I was like, oh man, he was right, dude.
Yeah.
Like I was just tearing up when I heard that song.
Oh, it's a
But
great song.
I've heard that song before, and the reason why we brought it up was, damn, I can't think of the other song, but there's another one where it's a dad talking about how he didn't have time.
Oh,
Cats in the Cradle.
yeah.
There you go.
Cats in the Cradle. As a kid's, when his little kid's little, he has no time for him.
Yeah.
And now that he's older and he has time, his kid doesn't have time for him.
Those are such
I can't
Oh,
do it about you.
incredible.
Oh, Becky.
Incredible
Look,
songs.
Becky.
what?
I Can Dream About You, Dan
Oh.
Hartman, They sang it in the movie Streets of Fire. I love that song. Peebo Bryson, love that song.
Yeah.
If ever you're in my arms
tonight.
No, if you ever in my arms again, this time I'll love you forever.
Okay.
You guys had
not
some
do you forever.
classics, man.
Yeah,
classics.
no, Peebo Bryson, that's a great
Shit
song.
will never go out of
Yeah,
style.
you know, and
It's good.
and one of my all-time favorites is oh god, who sings Dobie Gray?
Crazy bitch.
No. Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul. Wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. Give me the beat, boys, and free. And Otis Redding, Dock of the Bay.
What was the one about like the day the music died?
Yes, Don McLean, American Pie.
Yeah, American Pie.
You know what he's talking about, right?
Yes, sir. Richie Valens,
Yeah,
the Big
Bopper and Buddy Holly.
Buddy Holly.
The
Shout
plane
out
crash.
to those guys.
The
R.I.P.
name of the plane was American Pie.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, the name of the plane was American Pie.
Damn, that is a
Almost Paradise. Yeah.
Almost Paradise.
That is Mike Reno and I believe Ann Wilson.
Yeah, Crazy Bitch by who?
Mike Reno was the lead singer of I don't know, man.
I don't know who
Mike
Crazy
Reno
Bitch
was the
is.
lead singer of
Honestly.
Loverboy.
I want to say it was like
Oh,
Chappelle.
you know what? Love
Loverboy. Everyone's working for the weekend.
yeah, that's a great video too. That
Yeah.
video was
Everybody's working for the weekend. And the kid is hot
Guys.
tonight.
Yeah, I
Kids
seen them in
Five
concert.
decades, bro.
So that's about the
That's
time
awesome.
that era in there was when
Yeah,
Eddie
it was
Money
good
came out with
music.
Shaking.
Shaking, yeah.
And she was shaking. Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
great music, man.
I
You
gotta
guys got fun.
I gotta get out of here. I got
Oh,
things.
You guys
so
got
many
that shit
songs.
music now.
It's
that's-
Johnny. It's
That's
6 o'clock.
another.
I
That's
gotta get-
another story.
Mr.
John.
Bob Sharp's got to
Need to
go.
put
It's
you
6
on.
o'clock. I got shit.
It's
6 o'clock.
It's 6. It's
Is
6 o'clock.
5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 7.
Hey, Becky, it's good seeing you.
Becky, thanks for joining the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out Becky. Man.
It's
Thank you
good
for joining.
reminiscing of old music, and we'll be
Being,
back
part of
next
the
week.
conversation.
Yeah, we'll be back. Shout out to Art and his wife.
Yeah.
shout
Mrs.
out.
Art. Mrs. Art.
Shout out to
Shout out
Art's
Mrs.
wife.
Art always. And the
Artemis's
kids.
wife,
And-
Miss
and-
Artemis.
and B.O.B. over here, Bob.
8675309.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Johnny,
Shout
Johnny
out-
Two
shout out
Guns.
to 209.
Shout out to the 209, man.
209.
Check
Hey,
in.
hey,
Check in.
Not to hurt you guys' feelings. Shout out to Rebecca Taylor.
Yeah.
Sure, Rebecca Taylor. Shout out.
I don't know who she is, but
We
shout out.
talked about it earlier in the show.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to
She's
her.
dead.
Oh yeah. Shout out to her for sure. 38D Rebecca. Shout out.
Debbie Anderson.
Oh, Debbie
Art,
Anderson.
Art, give it up, Art.
Yeah, Debbie
Come on,
Anderson.
Art, give me a little.
38D Debbie Anderson.
So,
Shout out to
Shout
her.
out to all y'all anyway.
Exactly.
Well, who else are we
You guys are
shout
out
out?
there
Shout,
listening
shout
in
out
the
to
airwaves.
Let's just say
Shout out to
goodbye.
everyone.
yeah, shout out to whiskey and bourbon
You know,
and
we'll
French fries.
We'll be like the
French fries. Thank
Manhattans.
you for
Let's
the French
just
fries,
kiss and
John.
say goodbye.
Yeah, okay, you ready? I'm not kissing any one of you motherfuckers, but here.
Bye, Becky. Have a good night.
All right, bye everybody.